Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, here on Dork Tales. I'm your Dungeon Master Kelly. How you seeing him? And guys, I am really excited to be back for another episode of Dragonlance. It is very warm here in British Columbia right now, and I am very, very warm because it's very bright outside my window, so I have the shades drawn, and I'm melting. But that is not all I am. I am joined by a fantastic cast of characters and a snazzy little adventure. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to hop into game. But first, let's do some introductions, starting with Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I play Kelara Vingard, our human cleric of Mishikal.
Fantastic. Welcome, Christine. Hello, Chris.
Hello, I'm Chris. I go by he, him, or they pronouns, and I play Godfrey Highvalor, the sort of wannabe Knight of Slamnia.
It's true. All right, down to Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, as does our lovely swashbuckling rogue Rizira Moonbrush. And yeah, I'm excited to play tonight. I want to use some of my new dice, but I don't think I am because they're not Riz's
They're not
Kelara's,
so you can't use them.
Riz wants to use them, but she won't. But she won't.
That's as a Kender, you have the option to use other people's dice. That's it. All right, over to Cal.
Hello, my name is Cal. I use he, him pronouns. I am NeoCal in the chat, and I am playing Aurontiros Caledon, the Qualinesti elf bard from the College of Lore.
And last but not
from it, more
Hmm?
like a subclass. And yeah, I'm excited to be here and motivate and use the
Inspire.
Inspire, maybe. I've only got so many bonus actions around.
That's true. All right, and finally, last but not least, over to Jen.
Hey, I'm Jen. I use she, her pronouns, as does Hazeal Nightgranite, our dwarven lunar sorcerer, red robe, at least for the time being. We'll see if that changes, but yeah, happy to be here. Time to have some fun here with Dragonlance.
Absolutely true. Folks, I am very excited to be back here for another episode of Dragonlance. I also have to do a big thank you out to all of you for watching and all of our patrons over patreon.com/dorktales, but also a big thank you out to our sponsor today because for the month of June, we are being sponsored by Quest Chest. That's right, folks. Do you like immersive games? Well, check out Quest Chest by Bookwyrm Games. It's on Kickstarter right now, where you can engage all senses by playing a fully system-agnostic module with wax-sealed letters, metal coins, candles, actual tea, and narrated voiceovers and custom music to set every scene. Secrets will hide in plain sight with ciphers and puzzles for your players to decode. The first 2 boxes are on bookwyrmgames.com, and 5 more are also on Kickstarter right now. Go to questchest.info to back Quest Chest on Kickstarter, and they are fully funded inside of their first 12 hours. So this is definitely something that if you're not going to be like wasting your time going there, go to them immediately. They have been our sponsor for the past 5 months and 4 months, 5 months, for a long time now. They're basically family at this point, and this is definitely going to be something that's going to work great around your table. Plus, you can see a live play. I believe our friends over at Blackwater D&D did a play of that, or they're about to, and there is a big professional, like huge big names for actual plays game that's being produced or about to be released, or maybe already has been released. Has it already been released? Let me know. And I'm curious, that's going to be on your channel, I believe. But Bookwyrm Games is a fantastic sponsor. We're very, very lucky to have them. So please go and support them. If you want some dice, you can also head to bookwyrmgames.com, where you can acquire all manner of dice. In fact, you can acquire 168 different types of dice, from acrylic to resin, metal to liquid core, and even actual gemstone, like our Amethyst Mage the Ascension theme dice that we were so kindly provided by Bookwyrm Games. You can get dice bags to hold your hoard, like Robin just got. You can get trays to ensure that you're rolling safety. You don't want to accidentally like put a gemstone dice through your TV or something. So definitely practice safe rolling. Engage all of your senses while gaming with candy dice or scented themed candles. They have 5-set mystery boxes or even a mystical item monthly subscription for fun surprises every month. And if you use code DorkTales, you're going to save 10% at bookwyrmgames.com. Happy adventuring from all of us at DorkTales, and may the rolls be forever in your favor. So that is what I have to say there. I'm very excited about that. I also am excited that there is a Spider-Man coffee from Bones Coffee. You can use code DorkTales to save on that, because it is like a Rice Krispie treat thing. And I'm going to keep saying it because I'm lucky enough that, Jen, you are bringing it across the border because it's not available in Canada, but we're ordering it to Traz's house, and you're going to go get it and bring it up.
And I happen to be going very close to Traz's house in a couple of weeks, so.
Traz is being a coffee mule.
Are you still
I was
doing the
just
channel
gonna
point thing?
say.
Was that?
Oh, yeah.
Are you still doing the channel point thing if you grab something from
I am
Bookwyrm?
actually right now. So if you grab anything on Chest Quest or Quest Chest or Bookwyrm Games and let me know, I will double your channel point buys for the day. So if you are buying things for the channel, such as you are getting like Hurt the Moors or something good happens, or in Mage the Ascension, if you're getting experience points for players, you buy some Bookwyrm dice, and hell, if you back the Kickstarter, I'll take your word. Send me a screenshot that says you backed it, or that send me a screenshot on Discord or something, and yeah, I'll give you double your points back. I can't actually physically give you the points, but I'll basically just double the credit.
Now,
Since
Kelly,
What's up?
I bought dice, and I'm in a lot of games, so I couldn't, necessarily time it up. On my next game that I'm not in, when I go and unload, can
Yes.
that count for double?
Yes.
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 Amazing.
Yes. That is the rule. For anybody who's ever wondering,
should go do that and then wait for the mage game and buy his XP.
this is really true.
Mhm.
Buy them tons of XP.
All the
Because they're
XP.
going to
Let me
need
get
it.
more spheres to play with.
I hope you guys are all up to date with Mage, because episode 2 was quite a doozy. Also, quick reminder that if you are listening to this on podcast, Mage the Ascension will have dropped on podcast at this point. So
There was somebody specifically asking on my podcast about the Victorian era mage being on podcast.
It's going to be out within the next like 5 or 6 days. I just need to re-record an intro for it, and then we're good to go. Other fun things that have happened recently that you know about. If you are on our Patreon at the $5 tier, Star Trek Lower Dorks launches on Monday at 10 a.m. So you want to be there for that. I have to paint my forehead to be a Klingon, so you should join me for that. It's going to be good.
I will try and watch on Twitch while
You will do
I
this the whole
can.
time.
Yeah, just squish.
I don't quite have all the ridges.
lines.
I am not a merry man. All right,
Yeah.
It's going to be great. Oh, crap. I got to remind Way about that.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
have to
folks.
try and watch it while at work.
Me too. Yay for
Alright.
office jobs.
Yay for office jobs. It's going to be
Just have one headphone
so
in.
dumb.
Oh, yep. Necro got the Assassin Quest chest.
Ooh.
Oh,
Is it
Yeah.
Quest chest or Chest Quest?
It's
I always get them
Quest chest.
confused.
Quest chest.
Our specific one is Chess Quest.
Yeah.
Because we kept making that mistake.
All right. So you bought the Assassin Quest chest. I have doubled your Hurt the Moors. So if you buy anything else, if Necro buys anything else, please just remind me. And I will double his pleasure as well. All right. So
Vladated.
welcome. Validated.
Vladated.
Vladated.
Oh, I thought I said Vladated, but that's also great.
Well, we should be heading into game, but I gotta say, I have some great announcements for 2024 that our good friends at Bookwyrm are already aware of, as are several of the players in this game. I think you're really gonna like it if you like our mage game. Or maybe you'll hate it, because it's gonna be dark as hell. But we're gonna talk about that later. Folks, it is time to head
Oh,
into Dragonlance. Shadow of the Dragon Queen here on Dork Tales. Y'all ready for this?
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun. I know, every time.
I'm sorry, I had to.
I feel you. Last time on Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen, you all ascended into the broken spires of Wickenrath. Inside of the ancient elven mausoleum, you encountered spirits. You encountered the angry dead, and even a strange monster from the Shadowfell. However, using your strength, using your friendship, and using the knowledge given to you by the fallen elf, who was once the caretaker of that tower. You were able to reset the tower back to Kryn from where it had been trapped in the Shadowfell. As you found your footing again, the tower restored, you looked through some of the holes in the walls and saw down at the base of the tower that the one you had been in there looking for, Dalamar, was waiting at the base of the tower, having just arrived. With a sigh, you proceeded down the tower. As you step out of the front entrance, hundreds and hundreds of silver coins littering the floor, you will suddenly hear the sound of above you as the broken stones of the tower, once floating in air magically, resisting the entropy of hundreds of years since the cataclysm, will suddenly go and reset. The tower coalesces back into its ancient form. The magics, the darkness of the Shadowfell having receded. The tower is once more whole. And as you step out of the front doors, Dalamar turns to notice you. Ah. Hello, friends. Welcome. I appear to have been somewhat tardy.
Just a little.
I see that you've already visited Wakenrath.
Yeah, did you know there was a portal at the top?
I knew that it had connections and there was a gate, but I had no idea that it was active.
Well, it's not anymore.
You're the ones who did this.
Mm-hmm.
What magics did you find inside?
Weird magics?
What's the name of that the spooky magic, Hazeal, that does
Kender magic.
Yeah, exactly.
Kender magic? Is that the one that
brings?
brings the ghosts and stuff out?
Or quite spooky.
Spooky magic.
Dark magic. Perhaps it's better this
Was
entire
Rizira's
tower is
fault?
destroyed.
It is all my fault.
You need to stop doing that.
You know.
I've had enough of ghosts.
You found ghosts inside.
Shadowfell.
Shadowfell.
Was corrupting the spirits of the people that died in the tower.
I
So
see.
they
Hopefully they're
They
at
wouldn't
rest
pass
now.
on. So yeah.
But you help them pass on.
I hope so.
Well, I hope so. We closed the gate. That's what the guy said.
That's what they wanted.
Hazeal, is this place now free of dangers?
As far as I believe, yes.
Will you accompany me to the tower? Show me this gate. I would love your insights. I have a theory. A portal theory.
Can I roll an insight check on Dalamar?
Yes, you may.
I was also
Yeah.
going to do that, yeah.
Riz is like, she's trying to single out our mage. That's not a good idea.
That bodes well for this evening. That's a natural one.
Perfect. He brushes some of his jet black hair behind his pointed ear and smiles. And Hazeal, as he looks at you, you get kind of like a shiver up your spine. You get the feeling like he's looking at you with a slightly oily gaze. Perhaps he seeks, well, I mean, you can take this however you want, but perhaps he's looking at you with some type of lust, be it for power or otherwise. You get the sense. Riz, what did you get?
I rolled a 3, but I got a 13 because I'm
13?
an expert in insight.
You kind of get the vibe that, like, yeah, he is kind of blowing the rest of you off, but you think it's more of like a guildman type of like a coworker type of vibe. Like,
Oh,
you were-
okay, like a oh, you know the thing that...
you're a mage. Do you want to show me what you found? Like,
Yeah, okay, not like a, oh, I'm a mage and I want to like pick you off because you're
yeah,
a
and he
mage.
kind of was like looking a little bit toward Godfrey when he was saying that, like, Hazeal, do you want to take me up there? Right? Rather than Godfrey was
yeah.
like, spooky magic.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right, okay.
Sure.
It's just the way us elves speak.
I mean, the rest of you are more than welcome to come up as well, but I would prefer to have a fellow expert on hand. Someone who understands the arcane significance. Excellent. The rest of you, my camp is about a quarter-mile from here. So they shouldn't disturb you if you decide to set up your own base around here. I noticed that there were some Demonestia elves hiding nearby. I imagine there's quite a story.
Well, they weren't hiding too well if you were
Yeah, if
able
you
to
found
find
them.
I imagine that the Demonestia elves are not quite used to hiding on land, but... no. I'm an elf of Sylvanest. We have keen eyes. As you know, cousin. Now, Hazeal, please lead the way.
Let's go. And she will start to lead him up there. She is very suspicious, but she also doesn't want him to go looking on his own, so.
All right.
Aurontiros will go as well, since, they are apprenticing under Hazeal.
So, Dalamar goes inside with you, and you progress to the top of the tower, climbing up the ropes again, making your way up to the ancient tower top here. With the magic diffused throughout this place, it's sturdy again. Hazeal, I want you to make me a stone. Was it stone cunning?
Stone cunning? Yeah. That's a better roll. That's a 15.
15? The three of you are about all you'd want up here anyway. The stones have reset, and this place seems structurally stable for the most part, but more than a few hundred pounds on this top floor is risking a bit of trouble. However,
Fair.
between the three of you, you've got about 400 pounds between you. So that's really not terribly much weight up here. However, one of the knights again, probably a bit dangerous.
Fair enough.
Dalamar goes up to the top with you and begins taking a look at the portal. He investigates it using a number of magical techniques, some minor spells. Copies down the runes in a tome bound at his belt. Very interesting indeed. Interesting. What do you make of this?
What is he? Is he pointing at something in particular, or?
He gestures at the runes along the side. You said these turned?
They did, yes.
So this had the ability to tie into the realms beyond.
I believe so.
There must be some innate magical energy in here, even with this off. I have an idea. I'm going to need just a few more minutes up here. You don't mind,
What kind
do you?
of idea?
How much do you know about ley lines?
Not
Speaking.
much.
Well, this portal connects to them. It draws on the innate magical energies that flow through Kryn. I believe that if It was originally tied to a ley line point. I believe that if I can pinpoint where it was built before it fell here, I think I can use the portal's magic to pinpoint where it originally was. Which would be... He turns and smiles at you. The City of Lost Names. Use it as a homing beacon.
Interesting.
You said that you've already visited the Blue Phoenix Shrine and Sunwood Fortress.
Yes.
Those are both places of powerful magic. Let's see. It'll just take me a few more minutes to copy down my information.
Very well.
He begins to take some sketches of the portal. Meanwhile, down at the base of the tower, Godfrey, Kelara, Riz, Levna, and the Demernesti elves, what are you all doing?
I think Riz is going to wander through her bag. She's kind of bored, so she's just looking for stuff. So she's just gonna start rooting around in it.
Okay.
If I can make a roll.
You may.
She's just bored.
They've been up there for almost a half hour at this point.
Oh my goodness gracious, Riz is like so bored out of her skull.
I think Kelara is just going to be poking around the base of the tower, just trying to keep an eye out for anything approaching.
001 is 1, right?
001 is 1.
Cool, I got a 1.
Okay, what's 1 on your chart?
Oh shit.
What'd you get?
Riz is going to pull out a scroll, and it's weird. It's in a weird language that she doesn't know. This is weird. Does anyone recognize this language here? Does anyone read Draconic?
No, I don't. Levna? No, never mind. Kelara?
Oh yeah, I'm fluent.
What?
Oh, you're...
It looks like, I don't know what this language is. Out of character, it's Draconic, if anyone speaks Draconic.
No. Kelara will kind of look at it and go, it doesn't look familiar, no?
could ask, you could always ask Hazeal or Aurontiros when they come down.
That's true. Huh. Don't know what it says.
Although they're kind of taking a while.
I know, I'm so bored. Can I go get them?
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea.
Maybe they're doing mage shit.
Well, I'm bored and maybe they can read it. Riz is gonna go sneak off after them and try and scare Aurontiros.
Yeah, or maybe they... Where'd the Kender go?
We know where the Kender has gone.
Yeah.
Where can the Kender cause the most trouble?
In the Magic Tower, probably. All
Or
right.
the Sylvanesti camp.
Well, now that the kids are gone, Godfrey, Kelara, what are we doing?
Oh, I think we should
What?
maybe start making camp.
Yeah?
Maybe we could...
What time is it in the day?
Right now, it is the late afternoon.
But it is probably too late to really travel anywhere else yet.
Probably.
We could set up and I could try and give you a hand cooking. I'm not very good at it, but could be fun.
She'll just kind of give him a very narrow-eyed look of like, you will follow my directions exactly.
You will try.
Well, all right, that works for me. I'm just wondering what the next plan is, because we still have this... We still have the captive in tow, Levna says. We still have these 2 sea elves. So what's the
We
next
need
plan?
to. Oh, I think we need to
Well,
let the.
Okay. Very nice. Like they healed Hazeal.
Yeah,
Sorry, what was that?
they healed Hazeal.
Oh, we can get the captive. Maybe we can get the captive to the camp. Where were they meeting up with us again, or were they?
You talking about the army?
Yeah.
The army was meeting back at the Blue Phoenix Shrine.
Oh. We can take the captives there, or not the captives, the Dimernesti there, and bring the captive with them.
I mean, that's only a day south.
So I guess we'd lose a day. I mean, I guess we should see what Dalamar's doing. What
Yeah.
players want to do.
And how long have they been up there, Kelly? You said about half an hour?
About 35 minutes now.
35 minutes? Does it seem like they've been gone up there for a long time?
Yeah, it feels like it, but I mean, they're mages. Who knows what kind of weird stuff they're up to.
Maybe we should back away from the tower a little bit in case it falls down more.
You make a very valid point, Squire. Chunk. They'll stand up. We should probably set up camp.
Where would be a good place?
That thing is 5 stories tall, 4 stories tall, so anything...
By the Sylvanesti camp?
No, but definitely more than 4 stories away from this thing. In case it tips.
What about over there? Like Kelara will point towards, I don't know, something like a outcropping, an edge, something that would give us a bit of a protected side.
That sounds great. Let's go.
Nice.
All right. With that, you'll begin to go over and do some basic setup, getting things ready for the evening. The terrain here is rough and barren, but with the tents that you acquired, it's pretty easy to set up camp. Your pittons will bite down into the harsh ground easily and will hold root for your tent. And before long, you have a small camp set up. You know what? I honestly can't wait to just get some sleep.
Take a break.
Well, mm-hmm. You know what? I think I will.
I'll wake you up and... I'll wake you up when I have to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the meanwhile, can I get one of you to help me out of my armor?
On it.
Thank you. Full plate. It's a bitch.
Start helping her out of the armor.
All right. Meanwhile,
How did you dent this piece?
saving your ass, Kelara will hear outside of the tent. And meanwhile, up the tower. Riz, can you make me a stealth roll versus their passive perceptions?
Okay. That is... I rolled better than the stealth that I rolled without you asking, so... That's nice. That's a 28 on stealth.
A 28?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to make your way through the ancient, creepy tower. scaling silently up the walls, scaling the stairwell like a creeping shadow. And you will make it up to the top floor where you can see Aurontiros. What are you doing in the top of the tower?
Oh, looking for any more remains, any more resting places, any more magical wells, so to speak. Also taking in the view of the parts in the wall that aren't there anymore.
Okay. So looking around, it doesn't really appear that there is too much left up here, but what you will find is that the view is quite lovely. From here, you can look out and see the Sylvanesti post, about a quarter mile from here, half mile maybe. And then just to the south of the tower, you can see that Godfrey, Levna, and Kelara have gone to set up camp alongside the Demernesti elves. Near an outcropping just outside of the tower.
Good choice, good choice.
Hazeal, what are you doing as Aurontiros is just kind of eyeing the landscape?
I am paying extremely close attention to what Dalamar is doing. I both am very, very suspicious of him and also very interested in what he's doing. So it's like, I want him to succeed, but also don't do anything except what you said you were going to do.
Dalamar is doing an almost flawless sketch recreation of the gate, along with all of the runes in his book. His pen and quill, his quill and ink are flowing very smoothly over the traced lines. It is an immaculate bit of shorthand. What kind of training did they give the dwarves for magic? I imagine not much. Your people generally dislike magic, don't they?
That's true.
Then you are something of a prodigy.
I don't know if they'd call me that, but...
No offense to your people, but fools rarely appreciate what's in front of them. Magic chose you.
I agree.
Of course. You're sensible. And clever. You sealed this. It was good. What did he say? The spirit that you mentioned. Why the Shadowfell?
Honestly, I don't remember. There was a large creature that attacked afterwards.
Isn't that always the way?
Well, in the middle, really. He talked, and then it attacked, and then he talked some more.
And pardon me, this is a tricky bit. And he begins focusing on his work. Riz, what do? You are kind of like creeping up to the edge. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. So she gets to the edge and she sees Aurontiros looking off in the distance, and then she sees Hazeal with Dalamar, and she's like, probably shouldn't disturb the mages. They might shoot firebolts at her. So she's like, oh, perfect, my target, and focuses on Aurontiros. And is Aurontiros wearing like boots, like laced boots at all?
I don't know, Aurontiros. Are you wearing laced boots, or are you wearing like those sexy pull-ons?
Those elven Velcro boots.
Elfcrow?
Elfcrow?
Elfcrow. They're probably laced.
Okay. Great. So Riz.
Probably thigh highs.
Of course.
Of course.
Stupid sexy Aurontiros.
Yeah. Riz would like to try and tie his shoes together.
Make me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Nothing bad can come of this.
Not at all. That's a 28.
Okay. So you creep over as he's looking out and you lace his boots together.
Then she will slink back into the shadows, throw a rock one direction, and then suddenly pop up beside Aurontiros and be like, "Oh, how's it going, Aurontiros?"
What was the rock for?
Just to make you look one way so she could go up beside
One
you.
way and the other?
Yeah.
Going to spin basically 180 degrees from the sound of the rock towards the how's it going, Aurontiros? But the 180 probably doesn't quite go as planned, so it's just kind of like a sick Michael Jackson like spin as he gracefully tries to fall onto the ground in like a sitting position. Quick enough to know that this isn't the first or second or third time Riz has done this.
Yeah, this is probably not the first time she's done this to you.
Maybe not as graceful as they imagine.
All right.
Your handiwork, I see.
You did not notice you
Lars,
are
can you be
too
quiet back there? I'm trying to do important work.
You guys are taking forever. What's taking so long?
Magic.
Magic.
Doing magic.
Well,
You know-
can I learn?
So Rizira,
Yes.
and they are sitting in the position now, trying to undo their double knots. Really, you had the time to.
Yeah, you did not see me coming at all. You, with your good hearing, Mr. Elf, did not hear me at all.
Well, do you see? And I imagine there's kind of like the sound of wind going quite high up. See how close I am to the edge here?
Yeah.
If I was a less graceful individual, what do you think the worst case scenario would have been?
You see, the worst case scenario would have been you would have thought.
Hazel casts silence on them.
Perfect. Thank you. Very useful.
Yeah.
And done. All right, I think we can probably head back down now.
Hazel's gonna turn and watch whatever this is. I never thought I'd use silence so much on people in my own party.
How often do you expect to have Kender with you?
This is a good point.
I'm sorry, podcast listeners that are audio. Aurontiros and I are doing weird hand signals to each other.
I didn't realize that your bard had studied mime. Very, very... It seems that he is trapped inside of a box.
It would seem that way. He's very talented. I'm
He's
trying
playing
to
the piano
teach him other magic, but
with harpsichord.
mm-hmm.
Like a bow,
I'll
apparently.
let the silence drop.
Oh.
It usually sounds better than that.
Well, I'm done with my research. If you'd like to head back down.
Come on, Riz. And
What did you draw?
Aurontiros, of course. We're done. We're less boring now.
You're much less boring now. We're much less
Yeah,
boring.
that was quite boring.
I'm
Magic
very
takes
sorry.
patience.
I don't know if I want to be a mage then. If it's a lot of patience.
You
How
couldn't
did
have
you
caused
replace-
trouble with Godfrey and Kelara?
No, they're getting all romantic and shit down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're practically taking each other's clothes off.
And that's not interesting to you.
No, not really.
Hmm.
They haven't done the proper kinder first date yet.
No, that's Levna.
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
Let-
Levna's
let-
down there. Levna's the chaperone. I forgot about Levna.
Exactly.
Tell me about your
Everything's
time at
in
the
good
Blue
hands
Phoenix
with
Shrine.
Levna.
Tell me about it as we walk. I'd love to hear about your adventures so far.
Okay, I'll be
And-
catching up. And where did you get orange laces? Wait, you relaced the entire boot?
Yeah, I told you you were not paying attention. Like, Godfrey could have come up the stairs with his clang, clang, clang and stabbed you in the back with how unobservant you were.
Well, I was watching the drama way down there where with the armor removal and the
Hmm. Whose armor was removed?
Levna's. It's not.
Mm.
What?
Oh, wait, I wasn't there, so I don't know actually. I'm sure everyone's getting naked. Maybe they're like. I don't know.
Shall we continue?
We
Yeah,
shall.
humans are weird.
I will agree with that, yes.
I think we can all agree with that. And with that, do you head outside the tower?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, tell me everything you can about the the Blue Phoenix Shrine and about Sunward Fortress.
Riz will give her side of the story, which is focusing on nothing actually important, all the fun stuff, and way over exaggerated. 100% she's talking about like the traps and the water filling in the elementals, and she just
What-
totally is focusing
Which
on that.
god did you say that it is?
Oh, Habakkuk. I did remember that one, and then I said it, and I opened the door.
Habakkuk.
Habakkuk, yeah.
Excellent. And Sunward Fortress, that it has a unique magical signature as well. Do you remember what was strange about it?
Hazel, which one was that?
There was another god shrine thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Sunward
Sor-
Fortress.
Saurian?
Saurian, the god of fire. Interesting.
So we
Was
have
there anything-
water, fire. Well, you need to find earth and wind now.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of hot air around here. Was there something else about Sunward Fortress that was useful or unique?
I don't recall anything.
Make me a deception roll.
Riz would like to roll insight to make sure she's picking up what Hazel's putting down.
Sure.
I rolled 22. Riz understands. She's not gonna blurt out.
What'd you roll?
That's a natural 20.
Is it actually?
Yes, Hazel. Fuck
Yes,
yeah.
holy shit. Let's see if I can do this. 20. That's
It's
a
gonna
20.
roll. Oh no, it slid. It's fine.
It's slid. It's right there.
Ah,
20.
God damn it. Okay, so he's gonna look at this and. But they weren't actively worshipping Saurian.
No.
That doesn't make any sense. Power shouldn't be running through the sites, do.
Oh, we got these.
Hmm.
And those crystal. Where's that bag of? All right, Riz,
Yes.
Rizira. That
Aye.
those little crystal things. not the big glowing one, but like all of those small ones. You still have that?
I have them. Yes.
Glowing crystals?
No, don't worry about it.
Oh, here. I have one of them. What the bag? And one of those shards that were like inert.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Gonna hand to Dalamar.
I don't recognize this. It looks like a citrine, but there's something different about it.
These are inert. Not sure why.
All right.
Your throat's okay, Rizira?
I got some dust in it.
All right, it's insight time to understand what these two coughing are all about.
Oh, sure, it sure is. Here we go.
2.
14.
Wait, 2 plus.
Slad got your throat?
Yeah, the slad's got my throat.
Mm-hmm.
2 plus 5 is 7.
Oh, good job. Good
Yeah,
job.
there's something coming around, right?
Mm.
What's a citrine?
It's an orange-colored gemstone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
All right.
there were these gems, and we picked up
And-
some because they seemed, useful or valuable. But
And Aurontiros said glowing, but it was really how the torchlight was catching off of the glitteriness. Yes, Aurontiros. Yes.
yeah, you're doing that bard thing again, where you kind of embellish language.
Yeah, you're making it sound
What?
flowy.
And in the meantime, the trip down the tower, Aurontiros has been embellishing everything from their point of view, like them valiantly saving Hazeal for like the 4th time.
Yeah.
So that's actually not too out of line.
Character for him.
It's like I know bards or something.
Yeah, right.
I imagine that perhaps the connection to the god Sirion might be useful, but
And then Godfrey fell all the way to the inner pits of hell.
I mean, if there was an inner pit of hell, that might be a bit of a better connection.
He said it was very crunchy and mostly bones.
Bones. Sounds like you had quite an adventure.
How has been scouring the desert one rock at a time?
Oh, very, very fun. It's my favorite thing to do. I love every minute of it.
You should come on adventures with us. It's much more entertaining.
Well, perhaps. Perhaps. Well, now that we're outside, there is... I will take this knowledge that you've given me and I'll apply it to my research of ley lines in the area. Hopefully I should be able to pinpoint geographically where Wakenrith originally came from. I think that it'll take perhaps a day, maybe 2.
What are you doing? Sorry, I probably was coming up the stairs at this point.
I'm going to use the energies of this and the energies of those other 2 sites to try to triangulate where Wakenrith came from.
Is that important?
I thought you were looking for the City of Lost Names.
Oh, the tower came from there?
Ah, yes, you weren't here at the beginning of that conversation.
No,
I mean, we
was
could have
not.
assumed she was, but apparently
Yes, you
not.
never know. Yes, this place fell from a great height. I believe that it was once part of the City of Lost Names.
Well, you should have said that earlier. That's quite good knowledge.
This is...
See, Dalamar, we've become good friends.
I would hope we've become good friends.
What is the City of Lost Names to you and your... Well, actually, I guess you cannot speak on behalf of your traveling companions, but to you.
To
That's a
me,
good question.
you are the ones who came to me in search of it.
Well, I'm just wondering why you would be going out of your way to help us.
Because you've agreed to help me as well.
Well,
There
it
are
is
other things in the
appreciated.
Northern Waste that I'm in the process of looking for. Aside from looking for Sylvanesti ruins, I'm very interested in finding a number of things that may have been lost out here. Who knows what magic exists inside of Northern Wastes? What arcane secrets, what forgotten history? I'm sorry that I can't identify whatever that orange mineral is. I think it would have been very fun to have been there with you at the time.
It
But like I
wasn't
promised,
fun.
you provide me the information and I'll help you get to the City of Lost Names.
Do you know if the Sylvanesti inhabited the Northern Wastes before the Cataclysm, or was something destabilized and...
I believe we had outposts here. I believe that our people did travel here. But the City of Lost Names is... there's something else.
It was not Elven?
I think it was primarily human.
Well, with a name like that, I suppose.
The City of Lost Names. Surely you've thought of the truth of this. If Wakenrath fell from a great height, the City of Lost Names once must have flown. Anyone
See,
can
I
make
was
me-
thinking that it was just a very tall tower, and you
Make me a
like
history
chopped off
roll.
the bit.
No, this is the entire thing. Anyone who would like to make me a history roll may.
A history roll
Sure,
of
yeah.
a run-of-the-mill 10.
Is Dalamar near the camp now when he's saying
Getting
that, or
closer, yeah. You can see them probably about like 50 feet away.
Can we
Let's
hear
see.
them though?
That's a
You
dirty
can
20.
not enough to pay attention.
Or that's a dirty 20 from Riz.
14.
So Riz 14, you both of you have heard the legends of the pre-cataclysm and the flying cities. More like flying fortresses, but like, yeah.
I remember it's been telling me about pre-cataclysm, and there was like floating fortresses. So was Study of Lost Names initially a giant floating thing?
I remember
Perhaps.
something like that too.
Well, in order to determine where the City of Lost Names might lay, and Godfrey, you'll be able to hear this, and so will Kelara at this distance now. It'll take me at least a full day of preparation. I'll be at my camp on the other side of Wakenrath. Give me 2 days? Or a day and a half at least.
Oh, that's perfect. We were thinking of traveling back and helping our friends get back to their friends and taking the prisoner with us.
Yeah, perfect
Yeah,
timing then.
We have to go find that
You-
that place. I forget what's the name now.
You found somebody to read that language there?
Oh, I totally forgot. Do any of you speak this? And Riz will hold out a scroll that is in Draconic.
I don't think I do, but I also don't know what writing system Istarian uses. But I don't think it's Draconic.
It's not Draconic. Let me just
Okay.
double check something real quick. I'm pretty sure that Dalamar reads Draconic.
Nice. That would
According
make
to the
sense.
lore, I believe he does. I mean, if none of you read Draconic, I do.
Oh, is that what this language is? Oh, it kind of looks like a dragon could scratch that, I guess.
May I take a look?
Of course.
Where did you come across this? Or
I
is
just
it
pulled
best?
it out of my bag.
Your bag has a habit of finding strange things, I assume.
It's blurring. I can give it back. Or find the right home for it. You know.
So he
all
will
I do.
unroll it and take a look at this. Let's see. What is this?
What is it? I don't know. You're the one reading it.
It's a spell.
Oh. How did that get in there?
It's signed. Huh. I already know this one. If one of you want, I can cast it on you.
Yeah.
Yes?
Sure, go for it.
Well, alright. Luminous vatros vatros himines nilas venoras velani caranzo. And he will hold it up, and the scroll will burn to ash in his hand, and magic will kind of out of him, and is going to just kind of like absorb right between your eyes. You are going to gain the Prestidigitation cantrip.
Does Aurontiros have that already?
I was gonna say, I think he has
That's
that.
not weird.
Do you already have Prestidigitation? Okay. Well, then you can pick another cantrip at next level.
I
Nice.
taste. Does everyone else taste purple?
No.
No.
What does purple taste like?
You know what? Hold on. You already have Prestidigitation? Do you have Mage Hand? You do now.
Ooh.
You know, the purple that's like. You can like. Oh wow! Look at that. Well, that's neat.
For a bard, you're struggling with your words.
No. Look. Over there.
Whoa, you have a weird hand.
What are you grabbing with this Mage Hand? With his
Something
invisible
near
hand?
Levna to.
You're gonna hear a
Bug.
little bit of like out of the side of the tent. You know what? I'm gonna spend to hurt them more.
Oh no.
Do it.
Oh yeah. You are going to hear a kind of like a stretching noise. Ow! What the fuck? And Levna's going to bust out wearing a long shirt. Looks around, draws her sword. All right, who did it? Who did it?
Riz points to Aurontiros.
Aurontiros points to Riz.
What's
I'm
going
not-
on?
I'm not the magic one.
Someone just gave me a wedgie, and I am very pissed off.
That was Aurontiros.
That was Rizira. I would never do that.
Neither of you are my type. Hands off.
Are you sure?
You're not my type either.
I'm gonna run. Aurontiros is running.
She's gonna pick up a rock and throw it at you. Oh shit, that's a 24.
That.
You're gonna get pegged with a rock in the back of the head for 3 points of bludgeoning. And as Dalamar kind of watches this scene, interesting little token. I wonder who raced the Majeres. And with that, we're going to cut scene as the scroll that is burned up in his hand, you'll see like a little final strip with the words Raceland begin to burn away to ash as the camera pulls in on it. Later that night, you are all resting, coaxing yourself out around the fire. A bit of camaraderie in the air. Levna has taken the rest of her sleep, with her tent flap securely zipped, or securely pinned, I should say. In front of you, a fire is burning. What do you do? What are you talking about? Night has touched down around the darkness of the cliffs and the tower.
I think Riz is actually, she has that map that she worked on with Ispin that she gave away, but she started a new one again. And so I think she'll pull out a new map and different colors for everyone on her party, and she starts very pretty, and it's probably the most refined and patient anyone will see. Rizira is working on this on the map. This is the only thing that she actually takes care and carefulness with, and she'll start kind of filling that out of their journeys.
The Demernesti elves sit across the fire from you, looking into it. Delia and Yirkle. Yirkle keeps looking up at Kelara and her staff.
You were visited as well.
She eventually says, shattering a bit of the silence.
You mean by the magic?
By the gods, yes. What is Mishakar like?
It's not like she talked to me. She seems nice.
I too was visited. We attempted to reach the shrine of the Sea Lord. I have been a priest of the Sea Lord for many years. Longer than your entire lifetime. But it has always been a belief that has been more cultural than religious. When the dragon army attacked us, they took myself, Delia, and 3 others to Camp Carrion Clay. I thought we were going to die. I thought that Delia was going to die. And oh no. They beat us. They interrogated us. And they hurt Arno something fierce. He is my brother. And so I prayed. And out of one of the fires, I saw this blue bird, wreathed in flames, stretch out. Cry to me. And I saved him. Fortunately, our jailers saw this as well. At least my power. And so they sent us to that place where they kept us beneath the ground, where I was unable to pray, was unable to rest. I honestly thought that Habakkuk had forgotten me or forsaken me. But he came when I called to save a friend. She looks over at Hazeal. So apparently he's on your side. How did it happen to you?
Well, I thought I had woken and... Well, was it the dream first? Maybe it was the dream first. I did dream that I saw very many very wounded soldiers, and something caught my eye, and it was a symbol of Mishikal. And when I touched it, I woke and discovered that tent I was in had been ripped open and all my stuff, my healing supplies, scattered. And I had to gather them again, and it took me to a clearing where there was this overgrown stone building, like the roof was missing, it was broken apart. And I walked inside and everything shifted, and it was like a church, a holy place, and there were statues of so many gods, and one was Mishikal, and it called to me.
That's where I got this. She'll pull open her shirt and show this large shell with the symbol of Habakkuk emblazoned. This came to me in a dream, and when I woke up, I had it. Nice
Kelara
stick.
will reach down and touch her staff.
It's a good stick.
It really is. Very functional.
Oh, the rest of you clerics as well. Priests? Priests of the Elf Guard? Priests of the Dwarf Guard? Priests of the Kenda?
No, but I am the queen of the Kender. Dragon
liege.
Slayer.
So are you the queen or the Dragon Slayer?
Both.
It's quite the number
No.
of titles you have there, Kenda.
I know, I am quite important and fancy.
I've not been chosen by any gods. I've just been trying to save as many people as we can along the way.
You don't follow
So I
any
will
gods.
say one thing. Mishikal, I think, made a really good choice with our Kelara here. Couldn't have chosen a kinder soul. When it comes to trying to help and heal others, I think, well, it does make me think that maybe on some level all of this was planned. And that gives me a little bit of faith that we're gonna make it through this. And that there are things on our side that we might not be able to understand.
Either way, thank you.
Hazel briefly worshipped a cursed item.
I didn't worship it.
You had an obsession with it.
That's not the same as worship.
You know what? That's fair.
Do the Kendas have a god?
I don't know. Oh boy, let me think in my
Do you
memory
just borrow other
first.
people's gods, my queen?
Yeah, probably.
You find your gods in your pockets?
It's like a great big pocket in the sky. I worship more of a concept. And a state of being, I guess. I follow that. I follow my virtues.
Most of the dwarves still believe, at least somewhat, in Rayorks.
It makes sense. Some of the dwarves were alive during the cataclysm. Same with the elves. So I ask, will you help if you go by Camp Carrion Clay to retrieve the other elves that are there? I know that you have many missions ahead of you. There is much that is guiding you, and much that is required of you. But we would appreciate your help.
Oh, I didn't think that there was... like... I didn't think that was a discussion. I thought we already decided on helping the guys there.
Just making sure. Well, if you don't mind, I think that I'm going to get some rest. I think Dahlia should as well. That would be nice.
Rest is a good idea. For all of us. Or most of us, anyway.
I'll take the first watch. And with that, Aurontiros will also play their Song of Rest. Oop.
Alright. With that, Aurontiros, you'll play into the night. Your fingers dancing over the strings of your lute, harp? What are you using?
The lute, yeah.
A lute? Stringing over your lute. As the rest of you get some much needed sleep. The night passes. The darkness of the northern wastes never complete. As time
passes. Just checking one thing, pardon me. All right. As time passes, you'll play into the night. And it's actually a quiet one. It's almost dawn when you switch shift out. Who are you waking to take over your role? Actually, hold on one sec. As you are getting ready to wake someone to swap roles with you so that you can go and meditate for a bit, dawn just beginning to light the eastern skyline with a thin strip of red. You'll hear a bit of motion in the tent behind you, and the sound of squeaking, grinding metal. Levna will sit down across from you in the fire, her armor partially on as she begins to attach her greaves, attach her cuirass, her pauldron.
Need me to lace you up?
You're not planning to get feely again?
To be fair, I had never cast that before.
Oh. Okay. So it wasn't intentional.
No, I
What?
couldn't really see what was going on.
Yeah, can you buckle this strap on my back?
Of course.
Hmm. You
Like-
not into women with a foot on you?
Not into women with a foot on me.
Yeah, I've got about a foot on you. Like on height.
Oh.
You're short, Aurontiros.
You see, I thought, yeah.
Oh, you like to be stepped on.
Well, that's what I thought that you, let's just move on from that.
Did I just unearth
topic.
something? Like a secret that you didn't know about yourself, Mr. Tyros?
Hey, how is it
I'm-
more awkward when Godfrey isn't around?
Because that boy is a magnet for awkward. He sucks it all up like a baby at a teat.
Oh, that's why everyone else is so cool when he's around.
Why do you think I keep him around?
Because
Helps me pick up the chicks.
I knew it. Well, also, he's pretty handy with boards of, well, anything.
Yeah, he's an absolute butcher.
Which is interesting. Wonder where he gets that resolve.
Not my story.
Or is
to
that a
tell.
human thing?
Partly. You should ask him sometime if you're curious, though. I think it's more of a Godfrey thing.
I will.
He's got a lot to prove.
Well, I hope it does not cost him his life.
I don't know. I think giving your life for something noble is about the best way to go. Then again, I only plan on living a max of 80 years.
So that's like what? Like 5, 10 more.
Hmm.
Nothing?
It's not a life
You
wasted
know-
if you live it hard.
He didn't leave your side. That scar you have there? When you went up in flames and your armor seared red hot, I was amazed anything living was anywhere there. Anywhere near you. But he was there.
Yeah, I know. He's a good kid. He's gonna be a good knight someday.
I don't know how the titles work in your order, but he's already a good knight.
It's a little more complicated than that, but I'm sure he'd appreciate the sentiment.
Well, the next time I accidentally fire an arrow into his sizable backside, I'll have to apologize more in earnest.
Yeah, the boy does have a rump. A plump rump on him. I think that's where the power in those swings comes from.
I heard it's like all in the hips.
It's
Like
a
you
lot in the hips,
start
really. It
with the
depends.
hips.
If you're using a sword and board like him, definitely in the hips. For me, it's a bit more back and tries.
Oh, you do more of a chopping motion.
I do more of a chopping. Yeah.
It builds the lats. Shoulder
Yeah, take a
muscles.
look. And she'll flex. Showing quite a substantial amount of ropey muscle along the side of her arm that hasn't been attached yet.
Oh,
Like the-
I don't even have muscles attached. Wow.
A lot of delt work, actually. That's why I do pull-ups. And bicep curls. You know what they say, bicep curls for pretty girls. And if I can't be one, I'll get them.
Bicep curls for pretty pull-ups. You said like 3 things that I don't understand right there.
You do curls. It's an exercise.
Right.
Not
Lifting
all of us
heavy
can
things
get
and
away
putting
with
them-
gorgeous hair and musician-y fingers.
But you would if you could. Well,
If I could be a bard instead of a knight... Maybe.
I could... You don't have to answer that.
It sounds like you get to travel around making people happy, seducing barmaids, having drinks, making people laugh. Doesn't sound like too bad of a life. You don't have to answer to anybody but yourself. No code of honor. It's not for me. But maybe when I was
Oh.
younger.
Always looking for something, but not knowing what. Maybe I'll find something to fight for. And maybe after I talk to Godfrey, I can find something to die for.
Well, don't rush to it. We still got plenty of use for those fingers. Speaking of which, buckle.
Oh, right. So like left over the right and
Oh, fuck. Yep. Yeah. Okay. There. All right. I think that's right. Go get some sleep,
sleep.
or
Oh.
whatever you elves do. Go get some rest,
Right.
or let the
Well-
rest of us get some rest from your music. You've
I
been
know.
going for hours.
Terrible, isn't it?
Oh, it's the worst. Maybe you should become a knight or a cleric. You know, quit your day job.
The day in which I can lift your armor, I'll sign right up.
I'll hold you to that. I could use another squire when this guy retires. It's either you or the Kender. I don't think I'd get my armor back. And with that,
Thanks for the talk.
anytime. Oh, and nudge Kelara if you can. I think it's almost time to start getting breakfast started.
Will do. Aurontiros will, humming to themselves, go off to Kelara's tent, and now, with the honorable new cantrip, use the mage hand to nudge. No need to open a tent flap or any thing like
You
that.
don't even have to use
Just-
hand sanitizer afterwards. You can just use...
I know. Imagine.
So you wake up Kelara, and what do you say to her?
Wakey, wakey, eggs and what are those strips of meat that all of you eat?
She's gonna crawl out of the tent. Or crawl to the tent flap, stick her head out and look at him and just be like, I hate you.
Good morning to you too.
She's just gonna kind of stumble out, just like tired.
Aurontiros will go nearby
She's gonna set him to work.
and away from wherever work is being asked of him and meditate.
She's gonna poke him.
Oh no. You know, we don't need to sleep, but we do like to rest. But you know what? Godfrey's in that tent right there, snoring. And I learned that the muscle on your arm is called a bicep. And you know who's not afraid of hard work? Mr. Biceps.
Wait, so you stayed up all night just to wake me in time to make breakfast, and then you're gonna meditate?
Well, I mean, it's dawn.
You're not gonna have enough time.
Elves don't exactly sleep. We just wait.
So you didn't rest at all already.
No.
It's not gonna take more than an hour to make breakfast.
Well, won't
I mean, it's
take
a
but...
little late.
Oh, that's all right.
Meanwhile,
Kelara, as you gather up your things to start making breakfast, the main fire, you can see there's just the silhouette of Levina sitting there in her armor, her horned helmet at her side. But what you can't see, as she stares into the fire, it looks like she's resting her head on her hand as she watches the flames trickle toward the sky. But the rest of us, as the camera pulls around, can see her mailed hand running through the outline of the scars on her cheek, as the embers pull us skyward. And I think that's where we're going to call a quick break, actually. So folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a moment. Hello everyone, welcome. This is the part of the program where we're going to talk to the chat for about 5 minutes because I got stuff to do. So how is everybody? I keep doing announcements, folks, but I want to tell you about all the cool shit we're doing because it's phenomenal. So a couple of amazing things that are coming your way that you need to know about. This is also the part where you can ask any questions in the chat and we'll answer them live. But think of all the projects that we have coming your way. So right now over on our Patreon, we have the following games that you may not know about that I wanted to tell you about. First off, we have Mage the Ascension, the Technocracy zero-sum game, which is a bunch of us going under the sea, which is pretty amazing, and we're presently headed to an ancient mage place that I'm not going to spoil. That's pretty spectacular. You should definitely watch that. Jen's running that game. Robin is running Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel in her game Panic at the Citadel, which we only have one episode up and up session 0, but so far it has been phenomenal and a lot of fun. The characters are really fun and they're really coming into their own. It's a D&D 5e game. You should definitely check it out. We also have Chronicles of Darkness games that I run minimum once monthly that get posted. Right now we have 2 episodes of Hunter the Vigil, Summons, which is a legal drama Hunter the Vigil game, and with a bit of a police procedural aspect to it. And I have just spoken with the cast, and the reception to that's been pretty good. So we're actually expanding the show order to a full season from a half season. So it's going to be like an 8 to 10 episode, which is going to be rad. I also have a game of Demon the Descent, which is presently doesn't have a subtitle. I should figure one out. But there's 2 episodes in the can that are going up, at least one of them this month. Also, Dork Pod, our Dork Tales the podcast, is being edited by Jen right now, and session 0 is like getting close to done.
Getting close, yeah. And I think it's going to be the hardest one of them to edit because, first of all, it's a learning curve, and second, it's a lot more people talking over each other, so I've got to edit it in a certain way. So it's taking longer than I'd like, but it's nice. About I'd say 2/3 done.
So when Demon is done, we're going to do another round of Alien, the role-playing game, which is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be running Destroyer of Worlds, which is a pseudo-spiritual sequel to the last one we ran. And that is going to be a hell of a lot of fun and is going to be like Space Marine based. We also are going to run a Terminator role-playing game sometime, but I think that's going to be in like...
Really?
Yeah, I got it on the shelf. I literally bought a leather jacket to do this like a year ago. And I have the...
I could have gave you one of mine.
I can't, yeah, okay.
So I actually got the facial prosthetic for it.
Ooh.
Like the Terminator, like
Like
Yeah. Yeah. the
metallic
the exo
part
or the
underneath?
endoskeleton. Yeah.
That's pretty
The ba-
cool.
Yeah, the battle damage, because I'm going to run it. I just got to lose like 20 pounds and like shave my beard. But then, I have a very square head, so it's going to work. It's going to work. So that's going to be a run. But I have to wear a leather jacket while I run the game. So I think that game's
Not
going to
summer.
happen. Well, but then
You'll die.
it's Terminator, so it makes me think August, right? Because of Judgment Day,
But
right?
it's gonna
No,
be
it's
well, do you have AC?
no. I don't even have DC.
Really?
No.
The sacrifices that need to be made.
God damn. It's already warm enough just wearing this robe right now, man. Like, this summer is going to be rough. That's why I'm really thankful that we have a couple of games starting up on the main channel. Like, we have Dreams of Arcos, which is a homebrew 5e game. And this weekend, I was over at Krista's, and I was like, Krista, I need a shirt for this. Can you alter a shirt? And she's like, yeah, I think I have some fabric right now. She made me a shirt while we were hanging out. Like, she just made me a shirt.
Amazing. This is amazing.
So
just amazing.
it's gonna be fantastic. Because like all of our outfits are like really lightweight for the most part, and so we won't die. Except for Robin's, but Robin has, it behooves Robin to have air conditioning.
Yeah, because well, no, my costume for Arcos is fine. It's Victorian
behooves.
Mage that is not great for what we're talking about in the chat. But I have AC because I live in a very warm place.
In a heat dome.
It's
So
34 degrees Celsius today in June.
that's just wrong. It's
Actually,
just
not
not
bad.
good. So, and then we also have Victorian era Mage that runs on alternating Saturday nights. It missed this past week because it's scheduled to be next week, this weekend. It's supposed to be this weekend, but Jen, you're away and I'm taking a day
It was
off.
supposed to be last weekend, but we
Ended up having to
couldn't
go.
do it.
So, folks,
Yeah.
so I'll tell you what our business trip was now, if you'd really like to know. Basically, we were going to run Mage, and then we found out, because we have connections in the Vancouver film industry, that the TV show The Flash ended. So they liquidated all of their stuff, including their tech. So the production team, about half the production team, was able to head out to Vancouver and buy a bunch of tech for Dork Tales so that we could get like new monitors, and we could get like mostly new monitors. We got like 5 monitors, so that we could like monitor the chat better.
My
Like I picked up
car
like,
was so full.
I wish I
The
could have
car
gone
was-
for that. That sounds like that was
We
amazing.
would have needed more cars.
we
would
would have needed more cars, because like Robin was gonna come, and then she wasn't able to, but like it would have, man, it was weird. It's a weird place. I got a picture with a giant fake hunk of meat. It was weird.
I was gonna say, Robin, we love you and we wish you were there. My car could not have handled it.
You guys want to see one of the weird things? I bought a piece of art, and I really like it.
I have to get an adapter for my monitor, but after I do that, it should work, which is great.
So I don't know where this was used, but like,
That's cool.
right? And I know, yeah, haha, backdoor. I thought about that after I bought it, but honestly, like, I used to do theater reviews, and this is just a cool piece, man.
Yeah.
I
It
got
was
a
literally
lamp.
the only cool piece of art
You got a
in the
lamp?
entire place.
Uh-huh.
I love lamp.
There were some.
I love this
Dude,
lamp.
there was a
It
table
was really
there.
cheap.
There was a table there that had like bulkheads as its legs.
Oh.
It was $2,000, and it was solid wood.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
right, it was, but like no, it was a really cool time. And there was a lot less there than I expected, and a lot of tactical gear, like a lot of cop stuff.
I was so tempted by those, but all of the vests were $100.
Yeah, it was pretty expensive.
I actually did root through because they had a lot of those kind of like army tactical type vest things, and like
How much were the
Bulletproof.
monitors and the stands and stuff going for?
The monitors were going, so a curved 27-inch was 100 Canadian.
Okay.
So I think that's about like between a third and a fourth of what it normally is.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mine
it
was
was
75 for a 24-inch, I think.
yeah. So pretty good overall. Like there was just a bunch of like, I got some stuff because I still owe you 3 ASMR videos. And I want you to know they're coming. And I just spent $30 on props for them at the flash sale. So I have stuff to do, like weird ASMR stuff to you. I also bought something, Robin, I picked up something for you potentially to use because, all right, fine. Hold on.
Christine, you should post a picture of the lamp.
You should post
in
the lamp.
Discord.
It's really nice. It's like it's a standing floor lamp, and it's got basically an arm on top, so it's like one of those ones where you can move. Where the light is that way, and it's white. And you look at it and think, oh, it's probably plastic. No, you touch it, it's like, oh, that's metal, and you lift it, and it's like, holy crap, that's heavy. So it
like 20
feels
pounds.
like it's maybe $100-$200 lamp for $30.
Dork Tales is now Star Labs.
It's just Star Labs. Robin, you were talking about wanting to play a barbarian or like a fighter or something like that, potentially, or a dwarf or something in that Pathfinder game that we ran. So I found this.
Nice.
So
amazing.
Classic.
Nice.
I feel pretty horny right now. I'm not going to lie.
You look pretty horny.
I look pretty horny, right? So I picked that up. And then I also got like a knee tapper, like one of those knee reflex hammers. So,
Plague Doctor?
I got science beakers.
I got blood draw vials. They're not as cool as Jen's, but they're pretty good.
I should have asked you to get beakers for me. Well, actually, no. I'm just gonna charge work to get beakers because I need some for my lab.
Right, you do because you're
actually have a lab. I'm a scientist. I perform science. I was doing science today by adding sugar to things.
Chat, I have 2 requests of you real quick. If you are watching right now, I have 2 big requests of you. Number 1, in August, we are doing Extra Life 2023. It is going to be our 5th year doing Extra Life. I think 5th. It's our 5-year anniversary coming up on the channel. And it's going to be a big Extra Life. We're going to try to raise money for the BC Children's Hospital and the Children's Miracle Network as a whole. But we're going to be running something like 20 different games over the weekend. And I need you to suggest games that you think would be cool and would be really good for us to run, that would be really good, like charity ones, like ones with audience participation potentially, or where the audience can like, you know, a lot of these are like $5 to give the players advantage or something like that. If you know any games, I heard that Die is a really good game. I heard that there's a lot of Powered by the Apocalypse games that would be really good for one-shots. So if you know of any, please go in our Discord or leave a message in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube. And I would love to hear some of these games that I could potentially run or that some of us could potentially run. I think it would be fantastic to get your input. And then the second thing I really need your help with, and this won't cost you a penny, is there is a tabletop game award show called the Crit Awards, and Christine has been nominated as best player for indie games, so for the indie category. So I would love it. We have the link in our Discord, but if you go to the Crit Awards, she's on page 2. You don't have to vote for anybody else if you don't know anybody else. So, if you do know other people, please vote for them. Our friend Dead Aussie Gamer's on there. Some guys from Blackwater D&D and some other people that we play with are on there. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for aside from Christine, but please go and vote for Christine. She's up against a couple of heavyweights, so I'd really love it if she made a good standing, or maybe even swept it. Because this is predominantly, I think, for her work as Evelyn in our mage game. So please go and vote for her. And remember us next year. Yeah, can someone pop the link in the chat?
Make as few steps as possible to make people.
This is true.
Nudge people in the right direction.
Do I have to do it? Am I going to do it? Crit Awards on Strikingly. And then the vote. The vote. Oh, perfect.
Did it.
You did it.
So
cool.
It also copied like the rest of the server announcement as well as the link for some reason, but the link is at the bottom there.
Cool. The link is there, so please go click it. She's on page 2. If you guys don't want to vote for anything else, you can literally just skip page 2. She's listed as Lady Liliana, which is her screen name. So just go click Lady Liliana, next page, submit. If you don't want to vote for anybody else. Although if there are other people there that you know, please vote for them. I'm not telling you to just vote for Christine, but just vote for Christine. He said jokingly, and then got banned from the Crit Awards in 2023.
Yeah. I would highly suggest I voted for our lovely friends OPP Musical for their instrumental work. They're up for that, so I definitely voted for them.
I went through and I found a lot of neat things when I went through the voting. So check out the other categories anyway, and just see the new games and different things out there.
See what people nominated Christine for the indie, if it is major or not, because we do a lot of weird indie games, so it'd be interesting to see what people suggested.
Yeah. So the last announcement that I'm going to make before we head back in is that I have just officially commissioned the theme song for our Elos games. It has been paid for, it has been commissioned, but I have a really important question that I want to ask all of you, because 3 of you are big fans of the homebrew at least. I think all of you are pro homebrew at the very least. Should Elos, which is going to be an orchestrated song, like a sang song, should the singer be masculine or feminine?
Yes.
No, I can only afford one.
It doesn't help.
Right? You don't have to say now, but think about this. Should Elos sound more masculine or feminine? Because I'm torn on it. On one hand, I think
I picture a tender male.
See, I cannot explain why, but I picture female. Or I hear female.
Can we just do androgynous?
No, because they actually have like they're performers, right? Like, so
they're figuring who to cast for the singer.
But do any of them sound?
Maybe like more of a contralto?
No, I think most of the women are. I think most of the feminines are sopranos, and most of the guys are tenors or basses. I think.
Then I'd go tenor rather than soprano.
Soprano, yeah, same. Yeah. I've pictured that kind
tenor
of like
or
that
alto or contralto.
Yeah, it's that that middle.
Really, I think it really depends on what they're singing, like what the song sounds like.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. I haven't seen what the song is yet, so because they're writing it for me, because I didn't feel like writing a song. I could have just written the song, but I'll let them do it. They're pros.
I can't wait to hear it though.
I'm so excited.
I'm torn because I really like I'm not gonna lie, I really love the "It's Your Turn to Roll" Critical Role song. Like, I think that song kicks ass regardless of what anybody thinks about Critical Role. I think that song is great. But also it's catchy as shit.
It's Thursday night.
Ugh, I don't like that one though.
You're thinking the adventure
begins.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. Right.
That one just rocks. It's Thursday night. I'm not a huge fan of. But like, I also see like having a masculine voice because it's like it's my homebrew setting, so it's like maybe it should sound more like me. I don't know. It's weird. Like it sounds a little.
Yeah. I get.
It feels a little conceited to say that, but you get my idea, right?
No. Yeah, I'm actually on board with that.
I mean, you're the storyteller.
What Nacro says
are the voice.
Yeah, hold on, Jen. What Nacro
I like what Nacro says in the chat, because the main god's being female.
I mean, sort of. That's because of Shards and Nern.
I don't know the lore, so
it depends also where point of view this song is coming from, because your Shards and Nern exposition sounds like a male bard. So it depends if it's someone telling the story.
You're talking about the bard. Hello, I'm the bard.
No.
Yeah.
It needs to be done in Edagon the Wise's voice.
Danny DeVito.
The adventure begins. They're always beside you. These mooks are rolling their dice and they'll lie to you.
I mean, if they can get Danny DeVito to do our theme song,
I would just do it.
Yeah.
Edagon the Wise for the voice. That's my vote.
Yep.
Hey, how you doing? All right, so roll your hit points and you will outlast them. We'll grab our bazookas, then we'll start blasting. The adventure is here and I don't have no hair. Now grab your dice and let's go there. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, that's awful.
I was going to say, and don't want banana pudding in your underwear.
Oh, don't want banana pudding in your underwear. I could voice the entire thing as Lord Saw.
There we go.
No, Harwar.
Yes. I want to be free of this pain.
The song needs more Harwar.
Yeah.
I just picture last thing before we go back in. I just picture Harwar Mulfoon in a bakery, like a French bakery, trying to sell his wares, going, "I want to be free of this pain." And I'm out. Pain.
Pan.
Pain.
Pan.
Pen pen. Y'all should be watching
Great,
the
now the
Pathfinder.
theories.
Yeah, the Masato theme. It's stuck. It's there forever. All right, so folks, I think it's time for us to head back into game. I think we got another hour on us. Let's do it. Let's get you guys set up because I think the next episode is going to be super exciting.
Oh, that reminds me. I know what I'm watching this weekend.
What?
The thing I need to watch.
Oh yes, for the podcast. Second edition. All right. Yeah. But we should also watch more other stuff. All right. So folks, let's do it. Hello and welcome back to Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, here on Dork Tales. The sun rises. You all gather your things. You gather your party and you venture forth. Do you... I just killed Chris with that. Do you all spend any time doing anything in the morning besides packing up and heading out?
I cast mage armor on myself and Riz.
There it is.
If Kelara was making food, I will actually attempt to help out. Not knowing
I want
what
you
I'm doing
to-
at all.
I want you to make me a wisdom save, or a wisdom check, pardon me.
If
No, it's a save.
It's a save. It's a save.
It's a save.
Kelara
all of you.
forces you to help her.
It's against Kelara.
It's a save.
Oh no. That'll be a 7.
7?
Shells in the eggs.
Kelara, there's going to be shells in the cookies. And the cookies are going to be quite burnt. He's lucky he's pretty.
Looks only goes so far.
Your cookies are going to be 1 degree less good than normal.
That face.
And then Godfrey was never heard from again.
Yep.
Oh boy. I'm in danger.
You are.
Kelara is going to let everybody eat them and just, oh, Godfrey helped.
Oh, is
You know
that
what?
why they're not so good? I mean,
So there's 6 of you. So you made how many cookies? You can make it half dozen, we'll say.
Sure.
Okay, Levna is 1. Kelara, do you eat your own cookies?
No,
That's probably
I
smart.
don't need temp hit points.
So, do you offer a cookie to any of the Demon Nesty elves?
Yes, but I'll apologize that they're not as good as usual. Watch out for the eggshell bits that Godfrey left in.
So, Dilia will take the cookie and will munch into it. And will open her mouth and just like let the chunks of it kind of fall onto the ground. Just ugh. What is this? Ugh, it's high. She says in Elven. Anyone who speaks Elven will hear her go, how is it spicy? How do these land people eat these things? It's spicy. Why is it spicy?
so just a reminder, we get temp HP from Kalara's cookies.
You do?
Only when I specifically use the chef feat to do it. So I have to spend an hour doing it, so I can't do them as part of the short rest, because that's typically how you do it.
Yeah.
Is you do the short rest, do the special food, get the hit dice, and then you can also be making like cookies or treats, basically,
that last 8 hours, and you can use them to get temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus. So it's only like 3 hit points, but...
Okay, and Delia has saved versus poisoning.
Wait, do we have to roll?
No, I rolled to see which one was the food poisoning one, and it was the one that Kelara gave away.
Oh, okay.
So as you are, you eat that, you all gain your hit points, and she'll...
Silence.
Silence, no
Over there. He's going to gesture and say in Elvish, she let the knight help her take these.
Salam
I think glance over in that
One with
moment.
the big hair.
I feel like if they look over in that moment, Kelara's up beside Godfrey, kind of having grabbed hold of his ear and just pulled him down and be like, "You are never helping with cooking again. You will do the cleaning."
Okay. I think that's a good idea. Sorry.
Bad,
Spicy.
bad servant, she will say and point at you. Bad.
Rizira doesn't know much Elvish, but Aurontiros is slowly teaching her. But she's just gonna start just saying swear words in Elvish.
That is very much what Aurontiros started teaching you.
Yes, 100%.
Have you ever heard me swear?
I have
Hey,
not
you
heard
talk-
that one before.
Oh, I think that one was from Ispin. That might have been an Ispin one.
Yeah. That
Oh.
one was an Ispin one.
You know
I'll
what?
offer
We're
the
gonna...
person who got the bad cookie some of my rations and apologize.
Fish. She's gonna grab it and start munching on it as she walks.
I'm sorry.
Dikara.
So, Godfrey, you're not a master baker then?
Well,
Is anyone really?
It was. I tried. All right.
You got all hot and flustered next to Kelara in the kitchen.
Godfrey,
Oh.
the next time, could you tie your hair back?
I don't think there's going to be a next time, Aurontiros.
Well, you can't get better if you don't try again.
Well, I'll
Aurontiros
try
is
on my
going to
own time
death
with my
glare
own
over
food.
Godfrey's shoulder.
Oh, I don't.
It's like,
I don't-
Aurontiros, so this is not a battle I want to fight.
All right, are we getting going or what? Levin is gonna say as she finishes packing up her tent.
Where were we going?
We're bringing Tongueless over here, and the elves back to their people, and hopefully meeting up with the army, right?
Were they supposed to meet us at?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, that was a plan. I think we said that.
At the Blue Phoenix Shrine.
All right. Well, when life hands you cookies, you make.
I think that's good enough, Aurontiros. We get the point.
Oh, okay. Well, if at first you don't succeed, then you must never enter the kitchen again? How do I make this work?
I was just gonna say, don't let Godfrey near kitchen.
If there's too many cooks in the kitchen, if you can't handle the heat, next time take your gauntlets off.
That was.
Did you all see him kneading the dough while still wearing the gauntlets?
That was odd. That was a very odd choice. No wonder why they got shells in there.
Okay.
That's a motivational
Godfrey's...
speech, right?
I've been holding in laughter and trying and crying about it, and that just killed me. Okay.
Jen, your comment in the chat about is that why it's spicy? No! Bad! Bad!
What? God damn it. All right. So, with that, you spend some time walking. That is not a motivational speech. No. So you are going to head to the south. I'm gonna do a checky poo to see what happens on the way. The travel south is uneventful. It takes you the better half of a day to make it within range of the Far Gab, which you can use to call, or you can just continue moving onward. Assuming that nobody has made a call, you continue onward, making your way down to the Blue Phoenix Shrine. It's almost evening by the time you reach there, your feet blistered and sore, the dust beginning to claw at the edges of your lips, drying you out. The Demernesti elves, in particular, longingly look toward the wash in the nearby canyons, wanting to get just a little bit of moisture into their blue flesh. But before long, you'll find yourself down along the side of the area where the Blue Phoenix Shrine is. And in the distance, you can see dozens of fires pluming smoke into the sky. Just to the south of the shrine, outside of the range of both the Wash and the Demernesti camp. Those of you with passive perception of 18 or higher are going to see that there are some tents in the distance. And those of you with a 20 or higher will have seen that there were a couple of human scouts in the area keeping watch. What do you do first? Head to the camp or head to the shrine?
I'm trying to remember. Did we...
Were they meeting you at Wakenreth, or were they meeting you at...
I thought they were meeting us at Stormstep, because that was on the way to the Sky of Tears. Is that what it says behind the dragon icon? Because that's where that's where Camp Carrion is, right? At the Sky Tears?
Theoretically, yes.
Yes. So I thought correct me if I'm wrong, everyone else. I'm stuck in this accent. I'm sorry. I thought we were, because we didn't want to go back, I thought we were meeting everyone at Stormstep. And that's why we're potentially meeting Dalamar as well, not just at Wakenreth.
Wakenreth is
Stormstep. But I don't have the best.
Oh, it is Stormstep. Sorry, that's my bad then.
Robin, so my mistake. So you were trying to meet up with the army, which was on the way to Wakenreth. But of course, it can only move about 9 miles a day, so it is a bit further behind. Around the midway point throughout the day, you are going to find yourself making your way down toward the Blue Phoenix Shrine. And as you're about the halfway point, just a little bit into the early afternoon, all of you who are traveling, those of you with passive perceptions of, I'll say, 16 or higher, are going to be able to see that there are some scouts in the distance taking high ground and keeping an eye out for things, which leads you to believe that the army is probably nearby.
That's good. We can reunite the Demernesti together and drop off the prisoner.
That's probably a good idea. Looks like the army's made good progress as well for their size. It's speed and,
Do you think the Timor-Nesti would feel safer with the standing army? Or do you think we should just unite there? Unite here, Kalin, Delia, with their people and let them choose?
Well, I do believe that we said that we could probably get an army to help with the rescue. I think that was the whole thing of why they were waiting. But I think definitely we should reunite them with the rest of their group. I'm sure their group were very anxious to see that we were able to rescue part of them.
You have an entire army with you. Yirka will say.
Like 100 and a couple hundred people, I think, if I remember.
That's far more than the forces at Camp Carrion Clay. There are perhaps maybe 2 dozen forces there.
I'll look over at Levna. Only a couple dozen, eh?
Huh. I can handle a couple
It's like
dozen.
Wheelwatch Outpost. We kicked ass at that place.
It's probably not their main force. It's probably just a watch camp then. Or a captive.
Or they're guarding something.
Yeah, or something like that. We need more intel. Well, Godfrey, you want to go see your boyfriend?
What?
Well, I mean, the army's nearby, right? Go check in on Darrett.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what?
Or is he dating Kelara? I can't
No, he's not dating Kelara yet, Levna, because he has not had the pants.
She's standing right there. Hello, Kelara.
Yeah, but we all know that it's Godfrey that has to ask Kelara out, unless she...
Yes.
I mean, she could do that as well, but...
I mean,
usually it's the night that's chivalrous.
she's like...
Well, we're gonna
Ending right there.
do a Kender first date.
Oh, right.
We just can't exactly do that right now, but when we get back, right?
Right. Okay, I'm gonna go check on the army and refill my wineskin.
Take the prisoner with you.
I'm gonna take you with me, Squire. Get your ass over here. We're going.
That's... yeah.
Lady Kelara, Lady Hazeal, Grand Mage Hazeal, Mr. Tyros, my queen. Can we go?
Yeah. I'm getting
All
bored
right.
just thinking about it right now.
Uh-huh.
Me too.
Why are you being so formal, Levna? It's weird.
I'm trying to make a joke.
Oh.
Maybe I'm not good at
The
it.
funny part of that joke was when you yelled that you were trying to make a joke.
It doesn't work if you explain it.
I don't know. I thought
It
that
was funny
added a
before
lot.
that. You just didn't get it.
Oh, sorry, that was directed towards Levna.
Whatever, she's gonna say and just start walking off.
Riz is going to follow, like, right behind her, you know, trying to sneak a little bit.
Stupid. God. Idiots.
Hazel will also follow more closely, mostly because she doesn't want to be in the Godfrey Kelara aura.
With that, you'll wander off. It's about 15 minutes before you see the edge of the army. They're not camped, not this time of day. They're doing a straight forward march to the north, all 200 of them. The sound of their feet slamming into the northern waste. You can see the marching, you can see them avoiding the wash as it comes through. In the distance, you can hear the sound of a slight skirmish as near the edge of the army, a couple of giant spiders, dumb enough to try to pick on a walking force of this size, try to pick off a few stragglers, but are quickly cut down by glaives. And then a splash and a slash of a bright shining sword is what you'll see in the distance. Are we doing all right now? Good. Try to stay away from the wash. It's a bit precarious. And looking over his shoulder, you'll see Darrett splashed with spider blood. Riz.
So just to confirm, the blessing was 10 people each.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So we could actually take quite a small force right
10 people,
very
5 people
far.
each?
I think it was 5 people each.
I think it was 5 people each.
5 people, but yeah, still thought we could take like 30. Oh, that's right. We thought we could take 30 people really fast up to the thing. So I think Riz is going to try and approach Darrett.
Hello,
Who
friends.
had that?
Good to see you. Sorry, I'm covered in spider venom, I think. Whatever's in its abdomen.
Blood?
Icar.
Do spiders have blood? I thought they
Ichor.
worked in some type of...
Ichor. I think Ichor is the better term.
Yeah, totally covered in ichor. Well met. Hello, my friends.
How's it going, Darrett?
We're on our way towards Stormstep, but it's slow going. There were some problems in the wash, and, well, my scouts can only scout so quickly. You made good time. Are you already back, or are you making a pit stop?
Oh, we're already back.
Both?
Interesting. Well met. What news have you of, you were going to the Spires of Dawn and to Stormstep?
Well, we made a few friends. And
As have we.
Aurontiros will gesture towards the very loyal soldier
Oh, a
that they
captive.
captured.
We can take them off your hands for you. I thought you were talking about the sea elves. We took your advice and swung by the Blue Phoenix Shrine. The Dimernesti, Dimernosti, the sea elves were most hospitable and actually agreed to guide us north.
Well,
He'll
that's-
gesture over where you can see a couple of blue-skinned elves among the soldiers' ranks, and they will kind of push through the soldiers and start heading your direction. I see that you have found some as well.
Oh,
Uh,
that's great. Yeah, we were actually going to they were captured and we were going to try and take them back. But if they're all here, that works out well.
Yikul! You will hear as your sea elf friend from the cave is going to push through and rush up to embrace Yirkul. This, of course, is Ishvern, the one who you went into the shrine with.
Mm-hmm.
They will embrace each other and then embrace Dilia, and the other elves will swarm up, kind of forming a big mass huddle. Most excellent.
So, Darrett,
Yes, my friend?
we got a little bit when we went into the shrine. We got a little bit of like a blessing
Yeah.
that allows us to move faster, right? I think we told you this already, but just to reiterate, we could probably take a small force up real fast
excellent.
to carrying clay and attack.
Excellent. That would be that would be fantastic. How many could you take?
Probably about. About 25 people?
About 25 people. Remember that Kelara was not included in that total.
And neither was Levna.
And neither
I
was
thought
Levna.
Levna was with us, or no?
No, Levna was not.
Okay.
Oh, that was
It was Ishvan.
Ishvan.
Yeah.
Ishvan, right.
So 18.
Mm-hmm.
18. All right. Well,
I mean, we could at least take a small group of scouts, if nothing else, with us.
that wouldn't lessen our force too much. I worry about spreading us too thin as we continue up the wastes, but 10% isn't terrible. We could function pretty well without that. What I would suggest is, if you continue with us, the next time we camp, I'll ask for volunteers. Does that sound all right?
Sounds great.
Now I have to ask, I have a something good happens right now. I can spend it right now, if you'd like. Or I can save it for later.
Do we get to know what you're spending it on, or no?
Nope.
Do it. That's my vote.
3, 2, 1.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. So we'll be continuing north shortly. We're just taking a quick pit stop right now and seeing how the wash is doing. Commander! You'll hear coming from one of the northern scouts as he rushes up at a steady jog. Commander! We found something in the distance. Some old structure over to the west. It's about 5 miles from here. It's, you said to report anything that looked magical, and this looks, it looks real weird, sir. It's like a big door?
Should we go check that out, maybe?
Yeah, as what? Could
Yeah.
Could Riz make a survival check for the wash?
Yeah, absolutely. You can make it with advantage.
I know, that's what I was gonna do. Because of Habakkuk's blessing.
Habakkuk is a total.
That's
pro.
a natural 20. Jen, I see Riz's lovely face staring at me. 24.
24 is fantastic. So with 24, you are going to be able to detect that the wash is pretty low right now. Should be easy traversal.
For how long? Can I tell?
For the next 3 to 4 hours. Not 20, probably about closer to 4.
Okay. Yeah, we have about 4 hours until the wash comes back. By my Riz licks her finger and holds it up to the wind.
So we should move quickly then if we're going to check out this door.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's take a look.
All right. We're going to continue north toward, I suppose, Wakenreth? The tower. You've been there already?
Yeah, we just came from there.
Then we will continue onward. Anything we should be worried about or keep track of?
There's a encampment. The encampment of Sylvanesti are there when we left this morning.
The ones you mentioned before.
The right dicks.
Right.
The ones that are cooperating with us, and if all goes well, will help us find the City of Lost Names.
Well, I suppose then, I guess we'll be polite to them.
That will be difficult.
Yeah, they won't be back to but
I cannot control
Dalamar.
another's action, but I can control my own.
That's
That's good to be prepared.
Unless you cast Charm Person on them, then you might be able to control their actions.
I'm afraid I don't know how to do that. But I'll use whatever charm I have at my disposal, Queen Riz.
You are a charming person.
You are.
I'll give you that.
Thank you, my brother-in-arms. Good luck, and stay safe. All right. With that, do you head over to the west?
I do. Momentarily, though. Aurontiros will side up to Rizira and be like, the charming spells, much like the sleeping spells, don't really affect those that do not sleep like the other races. Just so you know, you're a practitioner of magic.
Yes. No, I was just more making a statement as like in general, like sometimes, like, you know, when I got possessed, that ghost made me not do actions that I wanted to do, but he did it because he was in my body. So I was just saying that it's not, you can technically control those actions if you're a little bit tricksy about it. But good to know that your people can't be like, they're harder to charm. I will know that from my studies.
Put that in one of your many scrolls.
I will.
While we're traveling, could I then cast motivational speech
Yeah, absolutely.
for us?
Totally.
And I'll use a 4th level spell slot, so everyone gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who's coming with us? Is Levna coming with us?
Levna's coming with you.
I will give everyone except myself the 10 temporary HP.
Perfect.
I probably need it though.
You just have to stay back at the back. Yeah, exactly. Ding, 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 ding.
All right. With that, you begin traversing the wastes. To cross the 4 hours, the 5 miles between here and there, takes you a good 2 hours. But soon, you will find in the distance a stone archway. It's ancient, lined with sigils. It's immense, much larger than any portal you've ever seen before, much larger than the portal at the top of the tower. This ancient, it's a large square platform atop which has this archway of stones. Columns lie strewn around its base. As you approach, you can see this immense gate in front of you. As you approach it, getting within maybe 100 feet of it, you are going to see that the stones begin floating off the ground.
Hazeal?
And suddenly, magic begins arc
Hazeal?
and starts flickering as purple light begins to flood the sigils.
Oh, that's cool.
Hazeal?
I was waiting for Kelly to finish his description before I
Sorry.
said anything.
All right, it starts flooding with light and starts flickering rapidly. What do you do?
Can I do like an Arcana check, or would a detect magic work well
You
on
can do
this?
detect magic, or you can do an arcana check with disadvantage.
I will do detect magic.
Sounds good.
Riz would like to jump on one of the stones that's floating.
It's about the size of a football and will lift you up. It'll lift you up 5 feet, 6 feet.
Okay, cool.
7 feet, 8 feet, 9 feet.
Riz?
What? Oh, I should probably get down.
Make me an acrobatics roll.
Okay.
I'm not wasting a feather fall on you.
That's fine. I rolled a 13.
13? All right, so you'll hop off and land on the ground. Hazel, what did you get on your roll?
I don't actually know what I do for that.
Arcana?
I was doing detect magic.
Oh, you're doing detect magic. You are going to see a very powerful aura of conjuration magic, but it's flickering strangely. There's something wrong with this. The magical circuits are not connected. Stones around you continue to float.
Okay, I would like to do that Arcana check with disadvantage, but also with the thought of if this is bigger but say similar to the other portal, I'm looking to see if there are broken runes.
Sounds good. Go ahead and make me that.
I don't know if
check.
I can assist with that. Like, can Aurontiros kind of be like, oh look, I tried my best to.
I think from this
runes.
is mostly just based off what she's using with detect magic. So I think this is an internal check. If you go up and investigate it further, then absolutely you can help. But I think from here, this is just like her internal reaction.
Right.
I will use my determination for a 21.
The magic is incomplete. This gate is malfunctioning.
Okay.
You're not sure exactly what's causing it, but potentially you could stabilize it.
Yeah.
And as you're looking at it, you are going to see that the rocks around you are going to shift and are going to start to vibrate and then start to cement together, magnetizing. As a creature materializes in front of you, the debris animates as a proud-looking human in fine robes, an aura of sunbeams around their head. It's going to look at all of you as this stone creature
Kelara waves.
coalesces, and it's going to let out a horrible battle scream. And I'd like an initiative roll, please.
I don't think that's friendly.
Sounds good. Come on, dice.
And that to reroll that. Okay. All right, pop your initiatives in the chat.
Every time I see Rizira's initiative.
My dice roll high on initiative.
Okay,
This
so
one's
I've got
like the highest.
got Riz with a 30, followed by oh, I gotta roll for Levna. Thanks, Levna. I gotta roll, okay, Kelara at a 22. Then I have Hazeal. Then I have Godfrey. Then I have the creature. Then I have Levna. And then I have Aurontiros. All right. Riz, this creature manifests directly in front of you and starts roaring in anger, preparing to charge you.
Okay. I'm going to yeah. Riz is going to, as a bonus action, she will use her cloak and Misty Step 30 feet. Hold on. There's a new ruler function. Yeah, she's gonna Misty Step 10 feet kind of going behind the creature. There we go. Actually, she will be right up on him, and as she's doing that, she will take a stab with her rapier.
All right.
I think no, she'll probably figure this out this round. I was like,
Okay.
I don't think she's smart enough to realize that piercing would probably not be as good as bludgeoning. So that'll be her next round that she figures that one out. That is going to be that's not great. That's a 14. I'm gonna spend determination to bring it to a 17 to hit.
All right, Rizira, slashing forward, your blade is going to impact with the side of this creature, and it is going to slam into it and through it as bits of mud and debris are going to strike out the side. You hit it, but it appears to be immune to your blades.
Fuck. Okay. Can't use that. Okay, then she will. So that is, I suppose, I still have my full fucking movement. Rizira is going to do the smart thing and run away.
Are you going to say anything as you do it? So like Rizira goes, appears in a swirl of leaves behind, slashes through this thing, and it's literally like if this thing were made of like cookie dough, like slapping it, a chunk of its center out, and then it's just going to reform like falling sand and dirt. It's like fighting the Sandman.
I'm guessing basic weapons don't work on this thing. Slash piercing it with my sword didn't work. You might need magic.
Kelara.
And that is, I think, Oliver's turn. Yeah. She'll put a rapier away as an action.
All right, the end is a little bit blunted now. You're going to need to resharpen it.
Fuck off. Aurontiros.
Kelara, it's your turn.
I think Kelara is going to try and make this hopefully a little easier on people. Move forward a little bit and cast Bless at a 3rd level.
Bless? Okay.
Yes, which means she can hit everybody with it.
Including Riz?
Yeah. She just has to be within 30 feet. It's ranged.
Okay.
So everyone for the next minute, as long as I'm holding it, on an attack roll or saving throw, you may add a D4. Every attack and saving throw.
Okay.
So it's not a one-off, it's a constant, as long as I'm holding it.
Rad.
Except me, of course. I'm applying it to a number of creatures to my choice, and I'll cast
Saving
people.
throw and the attack.
Yeah.
All right. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
You know what? I will cast that and then move away.
Move away.
If I
That
move
sounds
10
great.
feet, I'm gonna move another 20.
All right. Sounds good. Down to Hazeal. Hazeal, you're up.
Can I tell whether this is a magical, like if the creature is a magical effect, or if like there's a magical effect on it still?
You can use, you can make me an Arcana roll looking at it.
Sure. That is 15?
You think it is a golem. You think it was
Okay.
probably built to protect this thing. It's a guard dog. It's probably its own creature. And what you remember about golems is they're very hard to affect with magic.
Fair. So I can't, like, well, Okay, so Dispel Magic probably won't work.
Dispel Magic will probably not work. I'll give you that one for free.
Cool. In that case, let's try out one of these fancy new 4th level spells. We're gonna see if Confusion works.
Confusion. Okay. What's my save?
Wisdom. Wait, hold on. Yeah, when you cast this spell, Wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw. That's an 18.
Okay, pass.
Okay.
Aurontiros, you could cut in words if you're.
All right. Anything else?
Yep. That is that. In which case I drop the spell because if it doesn't affect him, it doesn't work. So
it's
going I might
to
as well not.
Fair. If I said fair, it's going to let out a roar. Godfrey, it's your turn.
Okay. Godfrey is going to rush up to it. And let's go. Yeah, Godfrey's going to rush up to it and then hold up his shield and try and attack it. See if that will do anything.
Sounds good.
Will a dirty 20 hit?
It will. And you have a magic sword, right?
Yes, +1. So that would be 9 damage.
9 damage. All right, your sword is going to bite in and is going to kind of flare with a bit of light. So 9 damage. That is anything else?
Yeah, you know what? Let's do another attack. 22 for another 9. Oh,
9,
double ones.
Okay. Good.
And then 9. You know what? That's it for now.
Okay, sounds good. Rushing up, you're going to slash into it twice, and then it is its turn. It is going to turn and roar in your face. Let's do it. Okay. That is a 26 to hit you.
That'll do it.
And that is a 23 to hit you.
That will also.
All right, let's do this. Okay. Okay, Godfrey. It is going to roar and is going to slam a fist into the side of your jaw. The first hit is going to deal you 11 points of bludgeoning damage. I need you to make me a con save. And the next is going to deal 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need another con save.
Okay. That's with the D4, 27.
Good.
And then, so that's 11, 18.
Okay, that is enough as well. I'm going to spend a hurt them more for... Sorry, go ahead.
What were the con saves, or the damages again?
So the second one was 11. The first one was, I believe, 9.
9? And were those magic?
They were.
They were magic damage?
They were magic damage. All right, perfect. Here we go. I'm going to use the red dice for this. You know what? I'm going to use the Dorktails dice for this. Spending a hurt the more for another attack, and that is a 27 to hit you with this one.
I'm going to cut it. I'm going to silvery barbs that.
Okay.
Enough is enough. Leave him alone.
Okay, so that is only a 20 now.
That will miss.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my reaction and...
who do you give advantage to, Aurontiros?
Let's give that to Godfrey.
Okay.
All right,
so
and use...
it goes to kick you across the field, and as it does, silvery barbs are going to lash past its eyes. What do you do?
I use Repose.
Riposte.
So it missed riposte. Sorry. So it missed me with an attack. So I get to use my reaction and make an attack with it by spending a superiority die with advantage, thanks to nat 20. Ooh,
Perfect.
Okay. So it also does an extra D8 damage, which is great. So thank you, Cal. That was fantastic. So that's 11. Not the greatest rolls, but 15. What was my bonus again? That will be. Sorry, I cannot math right now. 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage. Fantastic hit. And as you slash through it with this beautiful critical, dust, dirt, and rock are going to explode out from it, and it's going to kind of waver for a second, and then is going to make this horrible noise in your throat, and I'm going to use my bonus action to hit you again. Oh, no, he's not. You know, I'm going to reroll that with it hurt them more.
You got so many. Wisdom.
That's a 26.
That'll hit.
And that's going to be 16 points of bludgeoning damage and a con save.
Okay. To over 20.
Perfect. All right, so that's going to slam into you. All right, down to Levna. Levna is going to take a look at this monster, look down at her sword. Hazeal, I could use a charge up. Damn it. Catch up with me. And she's going to rush forward and is going to use the dodge action. Hey, Rocky, over here. You ugly. I don't even. Can you even speak common? He's going to start just waving her sword around, trying to distract it. Aurontiros, it's your turn.
Whew. Let's. Oh man, how beat up does Godfrey look after this?
He's working on it.
Sorry, the attack did how much damage? The last one? I think you just gave me the save.
16.
Oh, 16. Thank you. I'm doing okay.
Okay. All right. In that case, maybe noob question.
Yeah.
Can I do 2 bonus actions instead of like an action and a...
No, you unfortunately cannot.
Oh. Okay. So I can't like use a normal action to use a bard inspiration?
Nay.
They're very different. Okay.
Yeah, they're very different.
All right. In that case, let's give... Can I move closer to the portal, still away from it?
Yeah.
But so I'm not accidentally have the warriors in the crossfire?
Yeah, you could move over next to Riz, or you could move down next to some of the fallen pillars. Over here. Over to the left or the right, basically. Yeah, you could absolutely go there. You could even go just on the other side of Riz, over on the eastern side of the gate. All right. What else are you going to do? So you're going to rush kind of northward, kind of cutting around Riz and like putting your back up against one of these pillars that's still standing.
And I think use my action to cast Shatter.
All right. What's my save?
It is a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, what's my DC? So that is a pretty bad roll. But let's see my bonus. That is a 13 is my better roll.
Is the better roll?
Yeah.
It fails. So it's taking 3d8.
All right, give it to me.
Total of 15.
This creature is made of an inorganic. Actually, pardon. You know what? I failed anyway, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna roll to see if I botch. I did not. Okay, cool. How much damage? 15.
That's correct. Yes.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
All
sorry.
right.
Yes, I always forget if it's made of stone, crystal, metal.
Yeah.
It is disadvantage.
All right, so you're going to like let out a ting from your loot, and it's going to just explode with rocks that are going to cover Levna and Godfrey. Do you have anything else you'd like to do?
Am I within 30 feet of... I am. I'm going to continue playing, except instead of an explosive tune, tune more to inspire Godfrey.
All right, Bardic Inspiration to Godfrey. Top of the initiative, Riz, you're up again.
Okay. So we haven't. Only person that's hit it is Godfrey, right?
Yeah, and Hazeal.
And Hazeal. But
Didn't Hazeal hit it?
Hazeal-
Oh no, Hazeal used a spell and it didn't affect.
I used
That's
a
right.
spell and it didn't work, and so
Sorry,
I took it off because it's an area effect, so I didn't
that's
want
right.
other people to get caught in
That would have been great. Everybody joins the Golems team. Aurontiros hit it with Shatter.
Yeah, okay. But the magic. Fuck. I'm trying to decide what Riz is going to do. I think Riz is going to... She saw Levna do the kind of... the distraction technique. I think bonus action, Riz is going to be like, "Hey, ugly, over here. Listen, if I wanted a pile of rocks to get mad at me, I would just, I'd just go to an old building, but I guess you're just kind of... You're here and you're really kind of bad at what you do. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw."
All right. That is an 11.
That's not going to work against my DC 15, so he has disadvantage attack on anything. Has disadvantage on all attacks that aren't for me. And so as my bonus action, as my movement, Riz is going to start running behind the gate. And there's like debris and shit around, right?
There's tons of debris along the ground. Yes.
Sweet. Action, I would like to make a stealth roll to hide.
Okay.
So she's kind of going to go 30 feet away and start kind of hiding behind rocks and stuff.
All right, make me a stealth roll.
I will.
I love that.
Come
Insults him and then disappears.
Runs away. Yep. I'm taunting him and running away.
Okay.
I am going to spend my determination on that. To bring that to a nice little 30 to find me.
Okay. You are rolling to hide in the middle of combat through a creature that knows where you are. So roll me another die for disadvantage.
Okay. I did. I don't know if because I moved, if that did anything or not.
I mean, you did.
Because I taunted and then I moved and hide,
Yeah,
but I'll roll again.
You know what? Hold on. So the dais is like quite large.
I rolled a 17, so that would be a 31.
Yeah, you're 3 times his passive perception. I'm not gonna make you reroll that.
It would have been a 31 instead of a 30, so.
All right, I'll allow it.
Okay, so yeah, Riz is hiding after she taunts. So if he does attack any other, it is disadvantage.
All right, Kelara, it's your turn then.
Okay. I think
think Kelara is going to move kind of over here.
Okay, so you're moving up to the north, kind of by some of the big rubble.
Mm-hmm. And now I would like to do the Solidarity's help action.
Mm-hmm.
And take a crossbow shot.
Okay.
Cool. So I'm thinking she's just gonna try and get its attention somehow and make it look up kind of from Godfrey and Levna and distract it.
Okay.
And that's how she's helping them. So I think she's just gonna shriek and shout at it, call it ugly or something.
All right, so make me an attack roll.
And then take a shot at it. That is 18.
18, all right. Your bolt is going to harmlessly bounce off of the side of its face, but enough that it kind of glints out of the way. Would you like to offer the help action to Levna or to Godfrey specifically?
I'm gonna give it to Godfrey.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. And then do you have another part of that action? Because that allows you to do Solidarity's action on top of another action, right?
No, you get to do the help action and take a weapon attack.
Okay. All right.
So,
sounds.
I figured that could kind of maybe all combine. She's like shouting at it for the help action, but then she's also shooting it in the side of the head, but it's not doing anything. It's just distracting overall.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's an action and a bonus action there.
All right. Sounds good. Hazeal, it's your turn.
Of course, the fighters are way up there and in the way.
Yeah, they're not smart.
Yeah, right? I can't help you unless you're not right next to it. Don't put the magic user right up next to it. What am I going to do? Because nothing I have... No, wait. Hold on. Let's see if that one... Let's see if that one will work. Probably not.
It's time to
all
cast
of these
hammer.
It will kill me. I can cast hammer on smaller things.
Squirrels, Aurontiros.
Aurontiros for sure.
Aurontiros.
Yeah.
Aurontiros is smaller than this thing. This thing is large sized.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? The fighters are just gonna have to frickin' deal with it, and if they want to move back, I can help them in other things. But I'm going
Here
to.
it comes.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast most minute meteors.
Oh boy. Okay, what's my save?
You don't have one yet.
Okay.
Let me just double check
You
this.
don't.
Okay,
All right, Milp's minute
6.
meteors.
yeah. Okay, I get 6 of them, and I can use one on the turn that I cast it. Great.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, I can put it behind it. Ha!
You can.
Then
You
I
can.
don't hit
Welcome.
the fighters.
All right. So fear me, I rolled a dex save of 10.
Cool. 2d6 fire damage coming your way.
I don't like it.
Well, that's 6 fire damage coming your way.
No, I don't like it.
So yeah, I put it behind the golem, so it's 5 feet. Anything within 5, or any creature within 5 feet. So I'm not targeting the fighters.
All right. A fireball explodes behind this thing, a small one, as just this rock that's kind of like floating around Hazel's hands just goes and ignites on the ground behind. The impact is going to shake you and Levna a little bit as you're like, what the shit? All right. Do you have anything else you can do this round?
I'm just going to yell at Levna, if you come over here, I can make your sword magic.
The son of a bitch! You're gonna hear shout back. Would you like to hold an action to magic it if she comes back?
I can't. It's an action. So
It's a full action? Okay.
Yeah, and then I have. So yeah, that's why I was like, if I go over there, then I'm kind of screwed for things.
That's fair. Godfrey, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to try and switch positions with Levna and use bait and switch.
Okay.
If Levna will allow me to. Then I will give the AC bonus to me and get 8 to my AC.
Holy crap.
Bam! And then what I'll do is I'll back away from the creature 5 feet and move out of its threat zone.
Okay. It is going to take an opportunity attack if it is able.
Yep.
With
Okay.
disadvantage.
Yep. That is a 14 is my good one. Or is my bad
That
one?
will miss.
Okay. The 21 would have hit.
So that will give... That uses up its reaction, which means Levna does not have to disengage out, and I'll be like, I'll hold it, you go back! And then I'll move back forward and start attacking it.
Oh, damn. That's smart. Good job, Godfrey.
Bait and switch for the win.
Clever.
So that is a 28, 29,
That's a hit.
30, 31 to hit.
Okay, that's definitely
Because
a
of
hit.
that D4. Do 15.
Okay, 15 damage.
Yep. Oh, sorry. I rolled damage first. Second attack. Ooh, double 2s.
You have inspiration if it matters.
Yeah, you do have Bardic, you have Determination, and you have the D4 from Kelara.
Yeah.
Let's see. You know what? Let's put the inspiration on there and use Determination. Try and turn that into a hit.
Okay.
Did you roll the D4?
The D4
Yep,
is every round. Everything.
So that's... Yeah. No, Bless is amazing. I love it. So that's... With Determination, that's... Sorry. So 8. So 10 with Determination, that's 13. With the 13, 14 with the... I rolled a 1 that time on the Bless, and then 4 on the Bardic Inspiration. So that'll be 18.
That hits. Roll me damage.
Oh. So that'll be 14 damage.
Okay.
And then I will Action Surge.
Okay.
Ooh. I don't think a 14 hits, though.
Did you add the D4 to it?
Right. 15.
That is a miss.
All right, and last attack for 16... 17, 18?
That's a hit.
For 16 points of damage. And then I will bonus action and use my second wind. And, 2. And heal myself 9 hit points. And be
All
done.
right. All right, sounds good. The golem is going to let out a roar as you have attacked it and is going to roll between you and Levna. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, it's you. So with disadvantage, it is going to strike you. How long does the disadvantage last? Does it till the end of their next turn? Riz?
Yeah, it's till the end of my next turn.
Till the end of your next turn. Okay.
It's me because I taunted it, so
Okay,
it's after me.
Godfrey, the first swing is going to be an 11. The second swing, god damn, these are really good rolls on the other side of this. I have to let you know. The second one's going to be a 12, and it is going to roar at you. Oh,
I'm going to use my reaction on the one of those misses and use Riposte. I think I got it right.
you got riposte, yep.
Sorry, 9, 12. Oh. Ooh, that'd be a 13 to hit altogether. Man, I'm rolling low.
Okay, so you
So that's
dodge and
that's a
lash
no.
out. As you dodge and slash through, it's going to just kind of pass through this bit that you hacked off. It's kind of like apple cord through the center now from your blade. Little bits of it are hanging off, and it's going to kind of like lean to hit you as it roars. You're going to dodge, slash through, but you're going to hit a place that you already hacked off. And as you are under, it is going to roar over you, and it's going to kind of like glance over to where Riz is. Kind of like, or where Riz was, I should say, with a bit of roar, and Riz's distraction is going to kill that nat 20 that I just rolled and turn it into a 13.
Yes! Haha, you stupid stone golem.
And the Kender thing doesn't rely on any type of condition, right? It just does it.
If you failed the wisdom save, which you did.
Mm-hmm. God,
yeah.
Damn, that's good. Kenders are.
And it's not magical. It's just annoyed.
It's just how annoying you are. Yeah.
I'm just annoying.
Good. Using that annoyingness.
Kender magic.
Kender magic.
All right.
It's true.
Levna is going to take the disengage action and is going to rush back over to Hazeal. Come on. That's all she's going to say.
Yeah. Because it does get its reaction back because it's gone.
Yep, but she's going to take the disengage. And then Aurontiros, it is your turn.
Ooh, wow, look at Godfrey go. Well, if it worked once, it'll work again, right? This time with a little more oomph. And let's cast Shatter at 3rd level. It has to make a Constitution saving roll at disadvantage.
Okay, so that is going to be an 18.
Ooh, does succeed then.
You could use cutting words.
I sure can, because it's my turn.
Yep.
I'm going to...
So that's a bardic inspiration that you'll expend, and you roll it and subtract it from me.
I will. Hey, you're supposed to be distracted by Rizira. Take 5.
Take -5 on that?
Yes.
Okay, that's going to be a 13 then.
And it needed to get 16 or higher.
Yep, so that's a fail. Roll me damage.
All right. A 1 and a 2. Wow, the most amount of dice I've ever rolled. 8, 6, 8. Wow. 30 points of damage is the most I've ever done in a turn.
Wow, that's really huge
nice.
for you.
Isn't that
Congrats.
satisfying?
I'll never roll that many 8s again.
You never will.
Unless.
Okay. Okay, 30 points of damage are going to smash into it. And it is... You're going to see like one of its arms explodes off, flies to the ground, and then crumbles to dust. It is barely still up, Aurontiros. And that is your turn. Top of the initiative, Rizira.
Bonus action, right?
Yeah, you used your
action?
bonus action to... Oh, wait, I guess you do have a bonus action still, don't you?
Yes. I'm going to
Because cutting words is a reaction.
toss the singing longsword to the air and send
Okay.
it flying towards it.
Make me an attack roll.
22.
Holy crap. Yeah, that's a hit.
Uh, 10.
10 points
And
of
with the
damage.
Singing sword. Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Oh. After Aurontiros calls down the invisible but thunderous shockwave that knocks one of its arms off, he sends out the singing sword and tries to think of a quip before he realizes it. Tries to think of a quip after he realizes he's taken it down, and takes off its other arms as it just kind of like falls to his knees before Godfrey.
It is going to let out a screaming roar, and it's just going to go and collapse into a heap of stone on the ground.
Is it?
I'll
Kick it. Godfrey.
I think you made it hit rock bottom.
Yeah, that was very rock and roll of you, Aurontiros. Rizira will pop up from her hiding space at 30.
Hazeal has her hand on Levna's sword and goes, "Welp."
So,
Yeah, I'm probably good.
Why didn't
do I get
think
the
of
feeling that that thing couldn't be affected by, like, weapons that aren't magical?
Yeah, it's a golem.
Well, I don't know what a golem does. So I should have used this the first time, and Riz holds out the wand of magic missile.
Golem? I
that
hardly
does make
knew him.
sense. It's basically a big pile of stone.
Yeah, that I would assume big pile of stone. Not gonna. Hazeal still has meteors. She has 5 of them around her head. It's 10 minutes of concentration, so she's gonna keep it up as long as she can.
Right?
Yeah, Kalara's gonna keep
never
blessed
know.
up until she's sure nothing else is attacking.
I'm gonna catch my breath.
Or a minute passes.
Well, you figure out what this thing is.
Yeah, Riz is gonna very stupidly, like, kind of step on the dais.
Oh, Riz.
Oh, let me at least take a look at it first.
Just getting close. I'm not going to go up to it yet.
You're stepping on part of it that could transport you somewhere. So
Oh.
maybe don't.
Okay. I will take a step back. Okay.
Let me just look at it first.
If you're gonna go, take us with you.
Okay. Fine.
That's all we ask.
All right. That I can agree to those terms.
Okay. And Hazel's gonna go up and investigate this thing.
Hazeal.
What?
Did you see my magic?
It was very impressive. Well done.
Yeah,
you got
Aurontiros,
that. You did
Well done. Well done.
When it comes to golems, I guess I got lucky. You
Was
know,
that
you'd
supposed to
think
be
I
a
would think of
pun?
more puns. I'm not very good at this.
Yeah, you're having a bit of a rocky start there.
My hands are shaking because I was so excited.
I mean,
Did you see the sword?
I saw the sword. It's very
Put it back
cool.
up.
Is it still up? How long does
Yeah,
the sword last?
look at it go.
Aurontiros?
I
Oh,
think
look at it.
I think a blade like that deserves a name.
Yeah.
Kelly,
Yes.
was there an inscription on the
There was not.
scabbard?
There was not. You'll have to come up with a name for it yourself.
Oh,
The greatest
Call
gift I
it-
could give a bard.
Call it Dancy McStabby Face.
that'll be a good placeholder.
Hazeal, as you step forward and investigate this, you can see that the purple sigils are still glowing brightly. There's still a kind of sound and energy to the place. As you walk closer, you think that looking at the sigil sequence, looking at the way that the spells that bind this circle, that bind this gateway, are fluctuating, you think that you can probably stabilize it. It'll require you to spend a spell slot of at least first level or higher, and succeed in an Arcana check.
Okay.
But you just need to funnel some of your magical energy into it.
Cool. I'll spend one of my first levels.
Okay. Magical energy siphons from you. The gate begins to flicker. The color of magic shifts. Purple becomes redder and redder as your magic floods into it. Make me an Arcana.
I'm going to try and stabilize it. That is an 18.
Holy crap.
What did I need
The gate
for
is
it?
going to fluctuate between purple and red. Flicker, 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 flicker. Until the red seems to burst from beneath the purple, consuming it. Hazel's magic stabilizes the portal. And suddenly, it's going to flare to life. Undulating in front of you. And looking through it, you can see an immense plateau stretching out from a sister gate.
I think I've got it stabilized.
From this vantage point, you're not sure where it goes. But wherever it is, it's quite a view from here.
Where's Riz?
She's standing by the gate, but she hasn't gone in. She's just looking. She's looking. It looks pretty, but we also have a mission. But she's looking at it and looking at you guys, and she's giving that, like, that look, you know? Where it's like, but I want to really bad.
Sorry, did you say it was a great view?
It's a great view, yeah.
Of plains?
Of the Northern Wastes, some portion of it.
Does it happen to be angled anywhere? Like maybe looking down on the Northern Waste by chance? That we can tell?
You don't think it's looking down that well.
Okay.
But I'd let anybody who
poke
looks
my head
through.
in.
Okay. All right, poking your head in, it's like looking out a window. If you are looking around, you can make me a survival roll.
I don't. So, this doesn't have to do with the wash, so I don't get advantage.
You do not have advantage.
Plus dirty 20.
Same stars.
I was gonna look around too, and I rolled a natural 20.
Nice.
All right, Hazel, you take a step through.
I can tilt it again.
That's beautiful. All right, so Aurontiros, you're gonna take a step. You're gonna lean through, and you're gonna be like, "It's the same stars. This is the Northern Wastes, or somewhere in the Northern Wastes. You're sure of that. The star. It's not like you traveled through time. It's not like you traveled through space to a great degree. Same stars, same season. Okay, we're good." Hazel, you take a step through the portal, or do you just stick your head through?
I think Hazel's gonna take a step through, but like hold on to Aurontiros, who's on the other side, so that it's not like she'll vanish necessarily.
Okay.
But she'll take a step through so she can look around a little further.
Taking a step through, you are going to look up and see Lunatari directly overhead. And will immediately know through your connection to the red moon, you're north. You're, if you had to guess, looking around, even at this point of day, right? Like, we're in the late afternoon at this point. The stars are beginning to kind of appear overhead, like through the dimness of this kind of blasted sky. The sun is pretty, well, not great. But as you look around, you are going to see the eastern maze to the east. And you are pretty certain, looking at your map, that you have teleported to High Hunt, a giant plateau on the other side of the eastern maze.
I think this is High Hunt.
Can we hear her through the gate?
Yeah, it's like an open door.
Oh, okay, Riz is gonna walk through because she's gonna be like, so everyone else is allowed to go through without permission, but I have to get permission to go through things, and Riz will walk through.
Well, you know how Godfrey is with you, and he's protective.
Well, you see how Aurontiros just put his head through, and I still held on as I went through. You were just gonna walk straight through.
As Rizira just walks through.
Yeah, Rizira just walks straight through.
And that's fine now.
This immense gate.
Does he...
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to ask what the other side of the gate looks like, but you were going to describe it, it sounds
it's
like.
a giant plateau that overlooks this maze of canals. Now, when I say a giant plateau, I mean that this plateau is roughly 24 square miles. An immense one that overlooks down. In fact, if this is accurate from the maps that you've been given, you're 50 miles to the north.
Hazeal, yep. Is your map the map you have there? Where are we?
I think about 50 miles north.
How long will the gate stay open?
It's stabilized now. I think it'll just stay open.
Is there another gate that we have walked through, or is it just kind of like a
There is
circle?
another gate on the other side. These are matching gates. They look slightly different, actually.
So it comes out where we want to go
Close to it, I think.
and where we want the army to go.
Yeah.
Oh.
And this is big enough for them to come through.
Should we call them now? The wash is supposed to come in a couple hours.
That's a good idea.
Yep.
That's a really good idea.
So they're a little ways away. How about I just call Derek?
Well, yeah, use the far
Yep.
gab.
Yep.
I
It's
mean,
nightfall, correct?
do we have it on
It's
us right
getting
now?
onto it. Yeah,
Yep.
It's probably about 7 o'clock in the evening, so it's getting dark.
Have they established
Godfrey
camp, or
They were waiting for you to
move
come
over
back.
to Kelara, and it's on my back, the far gab. Yeah, give him a ring.
All right, so you call out.
Mm-hmm.
There's glitter dust.
glitter
Is there
dust?
it
This
there?
is the. Oh, here. This is Kelara.
Oh, Kelara!
Over.
Oh, Aurontiros! How are you both?
Good. It needs to be quick though. Is Derek there?
A tall, handsome guy. One sec. Garrett! Garrett!
Oh, handsome guy.
Hello?
Kelara, did you hear that? Oh.
Derek,
Garrett, this is. Oh.
we investigated the thing. It's a gate. Get the army here.
Right away, ma'am.
Okay, bye.
Over.
Over. With that, you look through the gate that's going to connect these 2 points on the map, leading you ever northward. Dalamar is presently looking up the location of the City of Lost Names. You have a way to skip the army 50 miles north in a heartbeat. And Hazeal, as you look through the other side, these gates, your robes are going to brush a little bit of dirt out of the sigils the base of each of these immense gates. And perhaps best of all, looking down, you will see a sigil sequence on each of these gates. With a teleportation circle spell, you can teleport to these from anywhere on Kryn. And you're almost able to get that spell.
Good to know.
Levna looks through the portal, turns back to you all. So what next?
I guess we go through once the army does. I don't know if Hazeal needs to be on the side to keep it active.
I don't think so.
Do we have to turn it off afterwards?
Probably a good idea, right?
Probably a good idea. Yeah.
You can just turn it
We should
on.
probably stick around.
Huh.
I don't know. That seems like what she did.
I put magic into it. In theory, I might be able to take it out. Turn it off.
These northern wastes are really cool. Except
You're
for being
kidding.
attacked by sharks, like
Yeah.
300.
Aside from
Are
that,
you guys coming through the portal or not? I'm bored over here.
and
We're waiting
as-
for the army, Riz.
Oh no. The Kender's aboard. Let's go.
Yeah.
nothing more dangerous in all of Kryn. And with that, the camera is going to pull up, showing the army marching on the gateway, which I think is where we'll pick up next game. So that is going to be it for tonight, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to save 2 Hurt the Moors for my next game, and I hope you had some fun with that. I've had people spamming me about using the gate this entire time, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, not
Really?
yet. Not yet, not yet,
Yeah.
Nice.
not yet. Soon.
I see why now it's our something good happens.
Yeah, exactly, because the gate is freaking amazing if you survive the golem. Right?
Which
Yeah, the golem,
that was a very good.
that-
We're a good tactile team for that because
You're very tactical.
we're good at what we did, and I was debating. It's hard not to metagame, so I was like, I'm trying to justify Riz not using her weapons like she normally does. But like seeing things like how Levna's doing stuff, I think Riz is very much like a following person, so she sees things and be like, "Oh, that's a
I
good idea."
learned
I
some
can do that."
interesting tactics
Yeah,
from you and Chris there. Using the like taunt feat, which is like
Mhm.
once per combat. Once.
no, for me it's 3. So for Kenter, it's the ability is I get 3 per long rest, and it's a bonus action for me, and it's a wisdom save. So for me, it's a 3 things I can do: a short rest or a long rest. So I
And then
feel like-
hiding right after.
Yeah,
It's
because I
like-
use an action.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating,
That's
but it's good.
and the thing that Godfrey that Chris did, making the bait and switch, pumping his AC to like 28,
29,
29,
which
And
was
then
really lucky, to be honest.
pulling
You
away
dick.
for the attack of opportunity so that Levna could
It didn't
move
what-
without withdrawing.
It didn't work, but it
didn't
was a good
quite
idea.
work because
good idea.
its attack, its turn was
Yeah,
right
like-
after.
Godfrey
but
goes, Golem
Yeah.
goes,
How
and
would
Levna.
the golem have a hard like
But it
Would it have
would
a
have if
heart?
it was before me.
no how high would it have to roll to hit the 29 for Godfrey?
21. So it would have to be a nat 20.
Whew.
Wow.
All right,
and then
so folks,
pumping that like 6 up from like 6 all the way up to like a hit with all the little bonuses.
Was
Right.
it 2? Didn't you have a 2?
It
Something
was
like
a 2, yeah.
all right. So, folks, that's going to be it for us tonight. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen. We'll pick up next Wednesday, so don't go anywhere. A big thank you to our sponsor, Bookwyrm Games, for just being a great sponsor. Go and support them right now on their Kickstarter for their quest chest. You can find out more at questchest.info. Thank you so much, Bookwyrm Games. You guys are amazing, and I'm so happy that your Kickstarter was funded within 12 hours. So go get your quest chest today. Go do it. Also, a big thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com/dorktales, where you, yes, you, listener, can go and get premium early access to a bunch of our content and support the channel directly in ways that are really helpful to us. A big thank you to our divine producer, Jan, who's my mom, which is really sweet of her, to Precarious, our demonic producer, who you can watch at twitch.tv/Precarious every Friday night, where he runs for Trezelta and for Michael, our graphics guy, as well as some of our amazing patrons. You also can just see him around. He's gonna run some stuff for Extra Life. It's gonna be great. A big thank you to our wizards of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Cleric and the Ink Goblin, who are certifiable wizards, and to our High Council of the Patreon, Taryn, Buddy, Trezelta, Amberthist, Cubby Gummy, Raven with Baubles, Karasha Urquhart, Sergio, Chef Aladeth, Larouk, Sorcerer Sanguine, and Mike Baxter. You're all actual factual heroes, and I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in, folks. We'll see you later. Have a great night. Bye.